Drakkenheim is no more. Struck by a falling star, the city bathed in eldritch fire on that woeful eve. The tumultuous aftermath brought chaos, families torn asunder, and a kingdom shattered. 15 years later, monsters stalk the haunted streets of Drakkenheim. Caught amidst rival factions struggling to rule the rubble, three unlikely partners venture forth into the crumbling city in search of riches, renown, and revenge.
Hello and welcome to Drakkenheim. This is our weekly Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition live stream with the Dungeon Dudes. That's me, Dungeon Master Monty Martin.
And I'm Kelly McLaughlin, and I'm going to be playing Sebastian Crowe, the half-elf shadow sorcerer. And we're joined today by our good friends...
Jill Denitis, playing Veo Sjena, the Tabaxi Gloomstalker Ranger.
And Joe O'Gorman, playing Pluto Jackson, the Human Battlemaster.
Tonight's episode is sponsored by Skull Splitter Dice. They sent us a fantastic collection of their premium metal dice to use at our games, and they are just rolling off the hook.
Yeah.
Especially that set that you got, Jill.
The gold and gunmetal gray ones. So
Those ones
nice.
have served up many a critical hit.
Woo.
They're really nice feeling dice. I've been using the gold set, and it's been doing very well for me as well. We're really proud to announce the first winner of our giveaway contest, Lynn M.
Woo.
So you'll be getting an email from us very, very shortly so we can get your details and send out your free set of dice to you. But we are giving away another set this month as well to one of our lucky viewers. If you follow us on Twitter or if you follow us on Twitch or subscribe to us on YouTube, all you have to do is follow the link in the description below to confirm your entry. You can also nab a +1 bonus if you follow us on Twitter too. If you'd rather pick up a set of Skull Splitter Dice now, you can head on over to skullsplitterdice.com. Use the discount code DDUDES at checkout to save 15% off your first order and expand your lovely dice collection. Welcome to Drakkenheim, or rather someplace far away, but also very close to Drakkenheim. For when last we left our heroes, they had ventured into a strange, otherworldly, and shadowy realm through a mirror that they had found in the old crow house in Emberwood Village. They have now been exploring this strange realm once the sanctum of Sebastian Crowe's mother, the Archmage Lenna Eventide, who Sebastian is still learning more and more about, as our crew have encountered both a inert clone of Lenna and her former simulacrum, which they destroyed, taking advantage of the fact that simulacrums cannot regain spell slots, because otherwise those spells would have been pretty nasty. After having secured the sanctum, our heroes ventured deeper into the shadowy realm, finding a strange room which had a shrine to some sort of demon. This obese, goat-headed figure with cloven hooves and bat-like wings that parlayed with our heroes for a time, challenging them to take on directly the hound which has haunted Sebastian's dreams. Narrowly managing to defeat the hound and the shadowy creatures which came forth from that realm, our heroes thus negotiated with the creature for an answer to a single question. A question that seems to have left more questions than actual answers.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
But so be it when you deal with demons. Be careful what you bargain for, because you might get what you asked for and need more in return still. Still, with their strength sapped and some very grievous wounds on Sebastian, you are still within this cold and shadowy realm with this ancient-looking demonic statue leering over you, the cracked wind howling, the cracks in the wall causing the wind from the planar realm beyond to howl throughout the room. In the room are the doors that you use to enter, but also another portcullis, as a gate like portcullis, that leads to a set of stairs that lead upwards as well. The floor beneath you is cracked and filled with a shadowy ichor and the dust-like remnants of the shadowy creatures that you'd defeated earlier. What will you do?
Is the demon still hanging out?
The eyes still glow in front of you, and in its hand it still bears that softly glowing orb of polished delirium.
It's also really bright because of the daylight, right?
That is correct. The room is very bright because you did activate the drift globe to cause daylight to shine through the whole room.
So the first daylight we've seen in a while, being in Drakkenheim. Just want to point that out.
True.
That
Thank
Pluto
you.
brought that.
Bringing the sunshine.
Bringing the sunshine.
I want that
baby.
delirium.
I'm still nervous about taking delirium from a demon, but
Well, are we
If
taking it
it's-
from the statue? Or are we
Yeah,
taking it
it's
from
like
the
candy
actual
from a baby.
demon?
It's delirium from a baby.
oh, well, more anyway.
He can't even. He's tied up basically.
Yeah, he didn't summon a demon hound in shadows that almost killed us the last time that we messed with him.
For all we know, you did it, and he just tricked you into doing it.
Demon,
Don't ask him another question.
I have another question for you.
Yes. You may ask as many questions as you like, and I will answer any that you can pay the price for.
So here's the thing. We haven't negotiated what the price is. I don't understand what I would be offering in exchange for knowledge. So I'm willing to bargain with you, but I have a few stipulations.
I'm listening.
I don't want to forfeit my soul or the souls of my comrades, nor do I want to go out and murder innocent people in your name. That's not something that I'm okay with doing. But what I'm wondering is, you're where you are, and we're here. Well, right now we're here in this weird shadow realm, but we have access to the material plane. Perhaps there's something you need or something that we can obtain for you. As long as it doesn't break my personal code, we might be able to negotiate a deal. We're the only people who have come in here in a very long time, maybe. So you don't have many people to deal with, unless, of course, you have a lot of other statues. But anyway, it might be beneficial for both of us to come to an agreement that works within both of our limitations.
Or we'll just smash you.
The statue rests silent for a moment, and
Is he still there?
Hello.
after
Is
a
he
moment it
penetrating my
replies
mind?
and says, "You make an interesting offer. But if you want answers, I'm going to need collateral until I receive payment in full. Or you'll have to wait to get those answers until you can render me what I ask for."
So what is it that you require in exchange for answers?
First, a promise, a pact from each and every one of you for assurance that I will get what I demand.
Oh,
Then-
see.
See, already you're
Payment.
losing me. How do we agree to something if we don't know what it is? What if I say yes and then you say, okay, you all have to die and I'm going to steal your souls? That doesn't really work for me.
That doesn't really work for me either. Rather, there are many things that I would like. Specific things. You are near the cursed city, are you not?
That's correct.
Is he talking about Emberwood Village or Drakkenheim?
It's a village, not a city.
I think
Maybe it's a
Drakkenheim?
hamlet, and they just named it Emberwood Village.
As long as it doesn't require me to forfeit the soul of myself, my friends, or anybody that I deem to be innocent. I do have a knack for killing people that are evil. So that is within my limits.
Do your companions have these kind of scruples and limitations?
I am a little more open. No. Pluto. I mean, I sometimes get killed. People die around me. Like, is that like? Are you like? Do you want just like a random soul? Like, do you want just like a? Like, we could find you a soul. Like, do you want just? Are you?
I have no interest in the souls of weak-willed fools who will already end up in my domain anyways.
Well, that rules out, all the thieves.
Yeah,
I was gonna
say
trade
thieves,
null
A lot of
souls.
thieves.
I was hoping
Null souls?
You'll have to do far better than that.
null souls for knowledge. That was the name of my debut album.
No, I desire a much more delectable fare than that.
Specifics, because I do have a little bit more moral judgments
Leeway?
on this. Less
There
leeway.
Oh.
Gotta protect the people at Drakkenheim.
Mages, where you come from, yes?
Oh, we know this one called River, and we know another one called Ulrich, and we know another
Why
one
are you
called...
giving them the names?
Do you know of a black-souled mage dwelling in the city?
Oh, well, Oscar.
Oscar?
Well, no.
Well, we need him, though. Can you have him after?
Yeah, when we're all used up, when he's all used up and not worthy of
You
our...
guys are just jumping to trading Oscar's soul?
No.
I thought I was the
He's
one
helping
who was...
us. He's helping us. But he might be a bit...
Is that who you're talking about?
A black-souled necromancer would be a tasty treat indeed. I'm sure there's more than a few hiding in the city
Yeah, we can just
that
get any
are
necromancer.
waiting for their comeuppance.
So you have a taste for necromancers?
It doesn't have to be Oscar. There's got to be
Yeah.
more necromancers.
Is
I-
he even a
You
necromancer?
say you know
Yeah,
of
yes.
another
Oh.
mage?
There's got to be more.
Tasty.
So if I bring you necromancer souls, I can exchange those for questions.
Is that the only kind of soul you'll take, though?
Someone... You won't bring me what I really desire, though, will you?
What is that?
I've heard there are paladins
I mean-
coming to Drakkenheim.
Currently, I have no allegiance with the paladins.
I have a little bit of a...
But once again, I have to determine whether or not I... Okay. We'll put that one as a sidebar. I need to talk to the paladins.
If you won't bring me their souls, then maybe you would bring me their bones.
Oh, I mean, that's not terrible.
I mean, if they're
Pure,
probably going to
The
die,
more
a few of them.
valiant and more tragic the death, the better.
Okay, so let me just
We
write
know
this
of
down in
this-
my handy notepad.
We know of a corpse guy. We have a corpse
Indeed.
guy we could go to.
Are you talking about the machine? I do not want to go near that again.
But I mean, maybe
Unless
we
it
could just-
becomes non-scary.
the fish people. We could go see the fish people and take all of the.
They ever do to
No,
you?
not the fish people. We ate one of them.
I
Okay.
know of
That's true.
several great ones whose bones I would love to have in my collection.
Names?
Deep within the city of Drakkenheim is the great cathedral of Saint Vitruvio.
Okay.
There the legendary saint is buried. Bring me his thigh bone,
Oh,
and
this.
I will answer for you 3 questions.
3 whole questions for a dead guy's bone?
Yeah, sure. What's the worst that could
guys,
happen?
We're grave robbing.
No.
We're not great. We're making business arrangements.
And grave robbing.
It's
in
called trading.
desecrating a burial ground at a cathedral. Like, it's one thing killing Oscar. Like, this
He's
is
already alive and doing us favors.
we're
But
This
I
messing
have
with
person's already
one
dead.
big.
condition.
Oh,
If you will enter into compact with me.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I want to keep this more of a.
We're freelancers.
I
Yeah.
am
Yeah.
not a patient demon. And there is an extra price that you will pay me. For every minute it takes you to complete this task, in exchange, upon your death, I I will have your soul for 1 minute.
Are we gonna like party or like hang out, have a nice talk?
We will have a nice talk, and I will extract from your soul questions that I need answers to.
Is that just him? Just Sebastian or all of us? I probably don't have any answers that you need, to be honest.
You might be surprised, little cat.
I mean, that's when I die. That's a problem for future Sebastian.
Now Sebastian needs answers
Yeah,
and a
now
thigh
Sebastian
bone.
wants to know what his life means. Who cares about my death?
Can I just? But if we're all getting this, if we're gonna grave rob a thigh bone from a, can I get one of the questions?
I think we should all get one question.
Yeah.
You don't get 3 questions
you don't-
for
yeah,
me. Am I
relax.
giving my soul up for?
I'm the
a
one
certain
gonna be
amount of
probably
minutes?
Literally
carrying
have
the
like
bone.
20 questions, guys.
I have some questions.
And I also don't know what time looks like in the death world. So 1 minute could be like 10 million years.
Yeah, she's totally right.
Does time work the same way, evil
I
demon?
promise you that after your time with me has passed, your soul will go forth to whatever end with no memory of all the horrors it witnesses.
That doesn't sound that bad. We get an eternity of wherever we end up without having to remember at all the torture. That sounds great.
Okay, can you read between the lines when it comes to demon?
I choose
demon
not
deals?
to because
How long?
I'm more of a now person, you know, and right now I want answers to questions.
Do we have to make this deal right now? Do we have to make this deal right now, demon? Can I think about it? Because, you know, it is my soul. Eternal soul.
This is a limited time offer.
What's the limited time?
If you come back, you leave, no more deal.
Oh, so like leave the place or leave this room?
This room.
Okay, let's just
So let's just sit.
look.
Group huddle.
Group huddle. He's not. Is he penetrating our minds still?
The statue's voice resounds from the statue and echoes in your mind.
Yeah, that can't be good. I don't think the huddle helps. But it's more for just the feeling of being in the huddle.
I like the huddle. It
Group
makes me
huddle.
feel safe.
So I've read a lot of books on demons. It's always a trap.
Everything is a trap.
Yeah, I hope Sebastian, you understand the gravity of the weight of the questions. He's definitely always getting the better deal. So, whatever deal you're going to make with this thing, be prepared for the consequences. They're coming.
What do you guys think? Because I'm having a hard time making a decision here on whether we go for this or not. Since you guys are now pulled into this, I will take your
Will you weigh?
decisions.
I mean, to be honest, if we walk away, he's getting no souls and no bone. So, and we just get no answers to questions and just keep living our lives in bliss,
killing gnolls and slaying trolls.
knowing the afterlife isn't going to end up in whose hands.
We could also just steal the orb and run.
No, then the door. He controls the doors. We already know that.
I still want to know why the orb is here.
Yeah, but I feel like
That's one of my questions.
my soul in his hands for minutes, probably a lot of minutes.
Because it's going to take us like days to...
I don't want
Ooh, I have
days
a
in his
thought.
hands. Worth a little bit of tuna. Not
A
worth
little
it.
bit of tuna. What if
Tuna's
we
worth a
leave
lot, though.
and we come back with something that he does want if we find that thing? Like,
Can we just go
whether it
get the
be-
bone without making the deal? Be like, look at me.
Yeah, and taunt him with it?
We
I'm
know-
much more for taunting a demon than making a deal with a demon.
We could just give it to him anyways. Maybe he'll answer a question instead of 3.
Yeah, and maybe we have more leverage if we actually had something he wants. We could maybe barter, where right now we're kind of like, at least if we brought something that we think a demon wants.
I'm not really the commitment type.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, this is fair. I mean, I really liked his deal until he said that he would torture us for days and days.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
every minute he took, and I never thought the minutes turn into eons or something.
It could. We don't know.
Ugh.
We don't know what he says is a minute in our time and space.
Yeah, he's
I
like
don't
one
trust it.
demon minute, and you like do the math, and it's like 70,000 years.
Yeah.
And you're like, come on, man. And he's like, I'm a demon.
Unless it'd be a cool shadow that attacks people in that time. I could be a minion shadow. I wouldn't mind that, but I probably wouldn't. I'd probably
Yeah,
be
what if
torture.
there's shadows there? And we could find out if maybe there's other people that come here.
I'm voting no to this deal.
No dice, demon.
I'm sorry, your stakes are too high. We cannot commit to this deal.
My soul's worth a lot.
So be it.
Let's go get that bone.
We're still gonna get the bone.
Maybe another demon will.
I don't think I think desecrating the cathedral. Oh, my stomach starts
I
to.
didn't know you were a religious man.
Yeah.
Well, I've studied angels and demons my whole life, and if there's one thing I don't want to upset, it's the balance of things that, like this.
I've also studied angels and demons, and I found that they're both full of crap. So,
Well, I haven't studied either, so I have no moral qualms.
and by studying, I mean I read a picture book once.
the pop up, the
Yeah, it was a
Drakkenheim
pop-up demon.
pop up
and
guide.
They had one in the Mages Guild. It was really nice. It was my favorite book for ages 3 and up.
Like
I don't know
something
anything
blew a
about
hole in this room, right? There's another stairway.
Yes, there's another stairway on the same side of the room as the demon statue. There's a portcullis before it that can be opened like a gate, with stairs leading upwards.
Oh, let's go there.
On the opposite side of the room, directly opposite the statue of this demon, are the remnants of the base of a pillar and the blown out wall that leads into the shadowy abyss beyond. Squinting your eyes a little bit, you can see that there might be bits of debris floating in the darkness beyond, outside. Possibly the remnants of the other statue that was here.
Wait, another statue? Like on the other side of the room?
Yes, as I said, in front of the crack in the wall, the breach, basically, there is the remnants of the base of another statue.
Oh, I wonder what was there.
And there are broken bits of masonry and statue that all fly out into the shadowy abyss beyond.
And
Hey.
does it like hang in the air? Or hang in this suspended in space?
Pluto, you're really good at masonry. Can you tell when the rock was broken?
Yes, quite. I'm going to adjust my glasses. and I do one of the librarian, like, let me get a look at this. And I'm going to look at the masonry. Thanks, Veo.
No problem. I know you're really good with rocks.
I collect rocks. This one's from Everwood Village, and this one's from the farm, and this one's from the mill. I have a rock
Pet
collection.
rock collection.
Yeah.
So, do you want to investigate the rock?
Yeah, in the base of the statue, and
Okay.
does it look like the same statue? Was it holding things?
Give me an investigation check.
Oh, I'm not good at that. 11.
Examining around the base of the statue, you find a piece of the statue that looks to be the parts of a human-like finger.
And the demon is a demon finger.
Its hands are ape-like, but this finger that you find looks like it was part of a hand that might have been raised up. The fingers are fully extended on it, and looking at it, the finger itself has an elongated nail and is very slender.
Does it match anything in the murals on the wall?
Yeah.
The murals on the wall depict elven-like figures and shadowy ghosts on this side of the room. But on the other side of the room, they depict zombies, blubbering undead, and shambling demons.
This is the god opposite that represents that side. We should do some research and see if we can find anything.
Or we can balance the universe, and I pull out my sword. Let's balance this room. The feng shui is all off. It's got north-facing holes.
We still may
There's no
need
sun.
that demon, though. May.
I just don't like demons.
Yeah. But I think if we can find a library somewhere in Drakkenheim that may still have some books intact. You said you knew a lot about, demons and angels. Maybe we can find out if there's an alternative god that may need some help.
On our way out of here, should we grab the delirium orb?
Don't tempt me.
I have a lot of questions about that delirium.
I know it's a bad idea, but I really want more fish.
I'm not talking about selling that orb.
What? Really? Really?
I have a lot of questions involving that orb.
Don't we have...
This place was built
Who-
before Drakkenheim fell?
Yeah.
So why is there an orb of delirium?
Who will answer those questions, though?
Eldrick?
We don't need the orb for him to answer the questions, do we?
He might be able to examine it and give us an idea on how old it is or something of the sort.
Pluto,
we
what's your
know it's
vote?
made of delirium, right? Can we say confident? Like, do we know it's made of, or is it purple?
It is the same color and consistency as the delirium that you've seen before. However, it is polished stone.
Mhm.
It looks like it may be covered in glass.
Kind of encased, maybe?
How big is it?
It is roughly 4 inches in diameter and perfectly spherical.
Does the demon hand look like it normally holds an orb?
Yes, it is clutching it.
And is the demon hand, like, could it be removed, or is it like set in place? Like, is it?
It is not set in place, but the demon's hands do perfectly contour around it.
Yeah. Because I'm just trying to figure out if it was, like, did someone just put a delirium orb in this demon's hand, or was this demon hand built with a delirium orb in mind?
These are the questions.
More
Also,
questions.
I think if we blew it up, then we would have both the demon orb and the feng shui.
Is feng shui really important right now?
For Caspia, yeah. It bothers me that you don't even think about, your alignments and your
Balance.
your balances and your. This is your house. Like, I'm just trying to help you. I'm trying to Marie Kondo your house right now.
This statue does not spark joy.
Like, if you sit in the middle of this room, how do you feel? Like, how do you feel about this room?
Nervous.
I'm nervous about this whole dimension, to be
Um,
honest.
I say that we explore that other staircase,
Yeah.
and on our way out, we do or do not take the orb, but
We can always come back and grab it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can always. One of us goes in, you grab it, you fly out the door. At the same time, you grab
thunderstep.
it. You thunderstep out, and we just get
we
the.
can also mage hand it from outside the room.
Yeah.
I just don't want the door to close on us.
That's why we'll be outside the room.
Yeah.
But first,
I just
let's...
don't know how much magic he controls, so I'm nervous about it. I think, let's go up the stairs.
And
like
you also
said.
have that library that I'd love to check out.
Oh, maybe there's more information in there.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go up the stairs.
Let's go up the stairs.
Bye,
Okay.
demon.
Opening the grate, you head up the
Bye.
stairs, and they loop around again, just as every stairwell in this sanctum does, going up 30 feet to a landing and then turning back around another 30 feet. And it opens up again, once again, into another cube-like chamber.
This
Place
is a
is
surprise.
exhausting.
So many cubes.
However, this one is very different from the others in the way that it is outfitted. For, like the prior library room, this one is lined floor to ceiling with bookcases and bookshelves. And the staircase extends up into the room where the staircase is made of glass as it goes into the room and extends up onto a glass platform because the floor is also bookshelves. And there is a glass platform in the exact center part that the staircase leads to of the room that is a hemisphere of glass upon which is a circular bed outfitted with pillows, almost set up as if it's a perfect spot to meditate. And before this bed is a simple chest with some drawers and a lectern made of silvery metal, upon which are 2 sconces with candles on either side that are just glowing blue lights. And on the lectern is a large, beautiful, wooden bound tome.
I feel like you should go check it out.
I approach the tome.
So as you walk up onto the glass stairs towards the platform, you feel a sense that gravity could almost go in any direction, as if this whole room could rotate around to access any of the various shelves and library shelves within it. And in the central part, as you come up onto the glass platform, the bedding with the pillows is almost in the center. It is a circular set of bedding, not the type of bed that a human would necessarily sleep on, because there's no blanket. There's just soft pillows to sit on, and that's all. The platform itself, when you step into it, there's a feeling of warmth and comfort here, as if something about this inner part of the chamber is preserved in a way that others are not.
Elves don't sleep, they meditate. So this is possibly where my mother would come to meditate or read. It's a reading room.
Is it wet?
It is not.
Not a snow
There
person.
is a singular chest of drawers, which appears to have been made from this flowing wood. The chest and the way that it is constructed does not look like the chest was carved so much as grown to fit that shape. And there's the silvered lectern with the book, with the large tome on it. The book itself is roughly 1 foot tall, maybe about 3 or 4 inches thick, and about 10 inches wide. And the covers of it are made of a very thick wood and leather, and all of the pages are glossy white on the side. You can see they're almost silvery inside them. And there is a soft latch of rope that is binding it shut. And you can see that there is just a circle of runes that has been set into the middle of the cover.
There's one thing I've learned, it's that if you find a weird book in a creepy dimension, you should probably open it and read it.
And yeah, and not even think about the words that you're saying. Just read them out loud, even as things change around you.
Nothing bad has ever come from that.
Can you address the room?
Hello, room.
Yeah. Like, command it, like you own it.
Veo and Pluto, where are the two of you going?
I'm still by the door.
Yeah, same.
The entranceway to
Yeah.
the room? Okay.
I'm up on the platform in front of the book.
Yeah, you should, like, this is your dimension now. This is, your mom ran the show. Like, tell the room what you want.
Yeah. Room. Rotate left.
Nothing happened.
I was really hoping it was voice activated.
Do it with more feeling.
Once more with a little umph.
Oh,
Room. I'd like that book. Over there. Room.
Your words echo throughout the chamber ineffectively.
Awesome.
what does
Thank you, Pluto.
Hey, no problem. You're my herald.
what does the book
doing
do?
really great stuff.
Can you read the anything?
Read the title.
Can you open it?
Is there a title on the book or any words?
There are runes marked in arcane speech, in arcane language.
Do I know arcane language?
You can make a Arcana check.
Come on, Skull Splitter.
No.
That is a 19.
Ooh.
Looking over the runes, these appear to be a wizard's personal runes. And it's a little hard to figure it out at first, but this would identify it as the personal rune of a wizard named Lenna Eventide.
I unbind the book
Okay.
and I open it.
It's a spell book.
I don't know how to learn from this. But
Grab it!
We could sell it to the demon for answers.
I don't know what he
I
would
feel
do with
like
skull.
this is important, and I don't know what to do with it, and I also don't know if I want to show it to the Mages Guild.
From the entrance, I just kind of put it in your bag of holding.
What if it's safer
What's
here?
it called? What's the book?
It's my mom's book. It's kind of like her diary of spells.
Don't read your mom's diary.
Yeah,
It's
get
a-
your nose out of there.
Private.
Unless it's why she's wet, then read it. Read the whole thing.
Do I recognize any of the spells listed?
It would take you some time to fully decipher all the spells that are in this book, but it appears to contain dozens of them, and if you want to spend at least an hour per using it, I could start listing off some of the spells that are inside it.
I'm just gonna pick it up and put it in my bag of holding.
Okay.
Maybe pick it up and just hold it there for a second. Just hold it there for a second and see if anything moves. And
Alright.
tell the room that you're taking it.
I hold it back up. Room, I'm taking this book.
Okay.
Are you happy, Pluto?
I like that you're treating the room with respect.
Good. I'm glad you're happy.
This sparks joy for me.
I put it in the bag of holding. I'm gonna check the chest. Can I open the drawers on it?
Yeah. It opens up, and inside are several sets of leather clothing and purple robes that you would expect someone that was a member of the Amethyst Academy to wear, alongside a signet ring that is marked with the sigil of the Drakkenheim Mage Tower within Lenna's personal sigil.
It's like a family heirloom.
I'm gonna take the ring. I'm just gonna put that in my pocket for now.
I'm not gonna wear it with the other one.
I don't want
Put
to be
it
the
on.
ring guy. I already
Bling,
have
bling.
a ring, a Drakkenheim ring. I don't know. Do I want?
But
to?
you have, look at all the extra spots you have for rings.
We're gonna get you one for every finger.
Ugh.
And signet ring. They're not small.
It's gonna be hard to do wand stuff after this. You're gonna have so many rings.
Your hands are gonna be really heavy.
Uh,
I put the ring on.
Yes.
A little bit of magic is in this ring. Again, you would need time to examine it and determine the nature of the magic in here, but it feels like there might be a spell of some kind lingering on this ring.
Very good. Room. I am leaving now. Thank you for your
I'm gonna
time.
bow. I'm gonna just do a proper bow.
We all bow and back out. Well, I don't know.
Nope,
if you-
I'm
no.
I thought that was how you just talk to rooms that have like weird, like I don't know.
Pluto's in my head now, and I'm nervous about mistreating this room. So I
I don't bow to rooms. That's
As
just
someone that knows a
weird.
bunch of spells, this is how I've always interacted with rooms of magic.
I think we should go now.
I think we have one more room we haven't explored, right?
Do we?
Do we? Oh, we've explored everywhere else, I think.
I think this is the last room.
All right.
Ooh, wait, that's a ring of your mom, right?
Yep.
Did we see you put it on?
Yep.
Go tell the demon that you're the master now. Because you got your ring, your
I
mom's
don't-
ring.
I don't think your mom was ever the master of
Yeah, I
this
don't
demon.
even. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know.
Go, like show it off. Be like, look what I flaunt it to him. It's like, sup. Look at I'm your
So far, your advice has gotten me
Nowhere.
Talking to
So,
a room
I
that
mean,
does
So
nothing.
I guess we're still even.
yeah.
Like nothing bad has happened because of your advice.
Go tell the demon that you're like in charge now.
All right, I will.
Let's go have a nap.
I go back to the demon room and I'm like, I have a ring.
The demon does not respond.
Okay,
Oh.
Pluto, I'm leaving.
He's having a nap.
I'm going now.
I say we head back to your house. I think we're done here for now.
As we're leaving the demon room, should I take anything?
Let's go stand in the doorway.
I mean, if you want to try, I don't want to be dead by this demon.
Should we just leave?
Mm,
I'm gonna
I
stand
vote
in the
for
doorway
leaving.
and stare longingly at the orb from the doorway. How far is it from the doorway to the orb? The doorway that we first came into, not the one that up
To
the
get
stairways.
back all the way to the front. I mean, the other thing that I'll just remind you all is that you still have your strength scores drained.
yeah.
You're not wrong.
And because of that, Pluto, in your specific case, your speed is reduced.
Oh yeah, I'm heavy now.
So if you're thinking about how long it would take for you to run, it's going to be a lot slower given your current state.
So as you're remembering this, there's a mage hand just floating towards the orb. And I'm
You know what? On second thought, I'm feeling kind of weak.
Yeah, you would.
I'm always weak.
Mage hand floats back.
I got touched by a shadow,
Okay.
and now I'm
Touched by a
weak.
demon.
Touched by a demon.
The new hit TV series. You guys want to leave?
I think we should go see Papa Carrot Top and get some food.
Yeah, I'm about
My
I'm
tummy's-
about done with this place.
My
You might have
tummy's
new armor
rumbling.
for me.
Maybe.
I've spent too long in a weird shadowy dimension for my own liking.
Okay.
All right. Let's head back to the mirror.
You
Got
head
your
back to the
glasses?
mirror.
Oh yeah, I didn't have my glasses, so now I'm getting my
Got
glasses.
my amulet.
Got my robe.
Okay, so you're taking the things from the statue back.
Yeah.
Okay. You head back through the cold and shadowy hallways, back towards the mirror, and step through. Who goes first?
Me? That's probably not.
Well, who would
My
go
strength
first?
is a bit less, so I'm just a bit dragging behind. Like, I'm not hurt,
Just-
but I'm feeling like a bit drained.
For some reason, I felt like I was leading the way.
I'm
so-
sludging, so
Yeah, I
I-
feel like we're a bit sludgy.
so are we doing Sebastian, Pluto, Veo?
The fact that he asked the question makes me nervous about this, but yeah,
Who do we honestly think was going
I
first?
think I was going out first.
Okay.
Or we could all hold hands and go through together.
We hold hands and jump through for Drakkenheim.
Sebastian, you step through the portal and feel the coldness lurch over you as you fall back into the real world. It's nighttime. Veo and Pluto join you shortly thereafterwards,
Oh, that wasn't
and
bad.
you are in your parents' old bedroom in your old creepy house back in Emberwood Village. It's probably around, perhaps by the feel of it, just after sunset.
I really don't want to be in this house very long at night.
Let's put the sheet back on the mirror and go.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm okay with getting out of here.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
As you turn around, you can see that the mirror is casting there's no. Do you have any light source with you in this room right now that you brought with you?
The only thing I could think of is the drift globe.
Okay. The mirror is resonating with this shadowy energy that it wasn't before, and you can see on the ground around it this shadowy seepage leaking out from the edges of the mirror where the mirror is held into the frame. And it's pooling out along the floor and dripping through the floorboards down below.
Do we? I think we need to call a repair guy.
I point at it and I say, seepage! Shadowy seepage, no!
I don't know how to deal with that. That's
Throw the book back through the mirror.
We could just dive out the window.
Veo, you look out the window and you can see in the yard around the house are at least a dozen emaciated humanoid shapes walking towards the doors of the house.
We have a problem.
Should I have left the book? Did I upset the room?
No, I don't think.
What do
I
you
think
see?
this is just a normal occurrence
Veo,
around
what do you
here.
see?
Lots of deadly walking shapes that I am not happy about coming towards the front door.
Throw the book back in.
Pluto,
Maybe-
did removing the book break the feng shui of the room?
Okay, if I
According
can
to your Caspian knowledge?
if I consult my guide, yeah, because it was a room with many books and it had lots of light. It felt peaceful. I don't know. Just throw the book back in.
I tossed the book back into the mirror.
Okay, you throw the book at the mirror and it collides with the front of the mirror with a clang and lands on the ground in the Icor.
Oh yeah,
I pick the book back up and put it back
And
in
the
the bag.
Icor is kind of like slipping off of it and it is on and it kind of like falls over your hands and it's this cold and shadowy thing, not unlike the shadows that were conjured earlier in the realm, and you seep it off all over the floor.
There's probably this mirror causing your house to be so scary.
Pluto, I gotta stop listening to you.
You know what? I get that. I understand. I'm really stepping outside my zone of knowledge right now.
We're in a magical dimension, and I'm taking pointers from the one guy who can't cast a spell.
What? Just because I can cast a spell doesn't mean I don't know about books? I don't know about books. You're right. You're totally right. I don't even know why I tried to question you on that. Carry the book back through with your glasses or your robe or whatever.
Can I go through the mirror? I try to put my hand back through the mirror.
You're wearing the robe from before?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
I step into the shadowy dimension. I set the book down,
Okay.
and I step back out.
Okay.
Any change?
I look out the window.
The creatures, the humanoid figures are moving towards the front door, about half a dozen of them to the front door and another half a dozen of them towards the back door.
They're still there.
Well, then might as
They're
well
starting
take the
to
book.
bang
Take
on the
the book.
doors.
I step back in. I pick up the book, put it back in my bag, step back out. I'm like, well, it's not the book.
It's not the book. Do we go out the window?
Do we...
I mean, I can climb up to the roof. Can you?
Wait
I
a
can
second.
try my hardest.
I might have a spell. Imagine that.
I'm gonna have my javelin ready.
Oh, wait. I can only take one person. I was just going to say I could just thunderstep us 300 feet outside the house.
I mean, you can do it. I can run.
I also have that cape.
One of the doors gives way with a crack,
Let's get out of here.
and you can see coming from the windows below, there's a bright light shining out from the cracks in the windows of the floor below you. And you can just hear this creaking footsteps and these low, gasping cries as these booted, emaciated footsteps begin walking into the building.
Is there a necromancer we could take back the soul of?
I have a plan.
Run away?
Hello? Who goes there?
Diplomacy.
You're breaking and entering. This is my home. Please leave. Nailed it.
What if it's kids?
Are you children?
Are you yelling this out?
Yep.
Okay.
I have done so.
I'm ready to climb out the window.
There is no response.
Time to go out the window.
The door to the room that we're in,
Mm-hmm.
is it currently open or closed?
It's kind of hanging ajar. You would have left it open when you came in.
I'm going to run to the door and close it
Okay.
and then barricade it.
Okay. As you run up the door, you can see that there are footsteps coming in and up the stairs. And as you go to pull the door closed, you just catch a glimpse through the little bit of light that's shining around
Through my glasses.
that there is an ambulatory skeletal figure coming up the stairs bearing a rusty weapon and bits of skin and flesh rotting off of its bones as it's lurching forward towards the door.
I hate zombies.
Can we move that bookcase in front of the door?
Yep.
I want to like
I mean, I don't have much strength
do-
right now, so
do
probably
the grab and push. I mean, I'm not as strong as I could be, but I'm okay strong.
Okay. You're going to move the bookshelf in front of the... Cool. Make a strength check.
Go, go, go.
Can I help him?
Yes, make a strength check, and if you succeed, you can grant the help action to him.
18.
18. He doesn't need it. You're able
I'm so
to
strong.
topple down.
I'll help. Oh, never mind.
Protect the mirror.
Yeah, I'm kind of pushing it over.
As you push it down, you see that there is a light coming up the fireplace, because the fireplace in this room is connected to the same chimney as the fireplace on the ground level, and there is a light rising up the fireplace.
I start pushing one of the beds towards the fireplace.
Okay, roll for initiative.
Do we still leave the window?
Mm.
Uh-oh. What's your initiative?
That's the attic level. If you want to just move it to the side, because we don't need it right now.
Oh, the attic. Oh.
Yeah.
You can move that further.
Well, I'm definitely going to climb up there.
All right. And where you're still by the...
Oh, by the way, that cape, because she used it, I don't think it's recharged yet. I don't have the dimension door cape that I got. Your mom's old robe.
Okay.
I don't think it works yet.
Why not? Have you tried?
Well, I guess I could give it a give
Give it a whirl
give it the old
and just leave us here.
bye.
The most polarizing initiative ever. I get a 1 for the skeletons and a 20 for the other creature.
The other creature.
Uh-oh. Yeah, do you have the fireplace under control?
I don't know. I'm pushing a bed. Does that mean that I have the fireplace under control? I don't think so.
Okay, let's just recheck. What are you doing? Pushing a bed. Do you yes, no. No.
Although now that we've rolled initiative, I'm wondering if there's better ways to spend my turn.
You're just making the bed? Your parents' house
I
is
start
just a
making the
mess.
bed.
Again, the feng shui thing, it's gotten into you.
Okay, what do we got for initiative?
18.
18 for Veo?
9.
3.
Well, you beat the skeletons.
You're not wrong. I wonder what if we trick the demon into thinking these bones? Just give him these bones.
Okay. Sebastian, as you turn to push the bed towards the fireplace, licking flames begin curling their way up through the fireplace and from the chimney below. As they do so, they are followed by a floating skull and as the skull comes up, you can see the flames turn a bright green with points of orange light coming from its eyes. And the flames almost form as it comes up this ghostly body that looks like the body of a emaciated elf woman. and the skull flies up into the chimney and leaps and licks forward into the room. As it does so, the green flames illuminate the entire room. The skull itself, a whole array of dancing fire that forms into this burning corona of hair that looks like it's coming off of it, with this trailing, insubstantial body of flame, but there's the solid skull that's floating there in place. It lets out a keening cry that's just this ghostly noise coming out from its mouth. Just kind of like this sort of noise.
Ew.
And as it does so, it casts Fireball.
Uh-oh.
Hey, that spell that I can take.
There is a low roar of licking flame that blossoms out from the center of the room, and an explosion rocks through the entire upper level. You can all make dexterity saving throws.
Have we leveled up yet, or has that?
I told you guys you had to take a short rest at least before you can apply your level.
So
and you didn't
technically,
do
I
that,
don't have
so
my new spells.
You do not. No.
Okay.
Oh, we should have napped at the.
Yeah, we should have had a nap with the demon.
Well, there's shoulda, woulda, couldas, but you know, we'll focus on the
Dexterity save. You
enemy
say.
in front of us. Oh, baby.
Oh no.
At 21.
I mean, if you want to take a short rest right in the middle of battle.
I might be
I just-
taking a short rest in the middle of battle, regardless.
Just lay down in the bed. just have a nap.
Okay. What do we got?
22.
22?
21.
21?
10.
10. So everyone succeeds except Sebastian. As this explosion of flame rocks through the room. And I'm going to roll me a fistful of dice.
Get ice in the face. I get
Oh.
fire in the face. I'm not having a good night.
At least the fire came after the ice.
That's true. Now my whiskers are singed.
That's also true.
Yeah. Satisfying sound.
No,
Is this the first fireball of the campaign?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is. And you're very dramatic with your placement of the.
It's also a really disappointing fireball.
Good. I
good.
might live. Maybe.
Oh, that's a really sad fireball. 26 points of fire damage.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna use
13 points on a successful saving throw.
I'm gonna use my reaction and my
Okay.
shield to absorb it.
Alrighty.
Don't worry. I got this.
Don't worry. I'm worried.
As
I
the
got this, don't
fireball
worry.
erupts through the room, it ignites the bed and the bookshelves.
Oh.
Mhm. Some twirly fire.
Whoops. Uh-oh.
There are two options. No.
Yeah, all the furniture in the room and the floor is lit on fire.
I'm glad we sealed the door.
As a roiling inferno begins taking over the Crow house.
My house.
Do you have a good insurance policy?
No.
We were protected against a demon flood and and ice and like a cone of cold, but fire. We didn't get fire. We didn't think fire was gonna.
Pluto, how's this
And
for
that
feng shui?
that moves us to Veo's turn.
I'd like to say that the energy here is
I-
quite high.
On my turn, use my feline agility because I want to move as quickly as possible. And I cast, though, rope trick. And I say, up we go, guys! And I climb up the rope into my little dimension.
Wow, what a cool move.
Yes! And I poke my head out and I say, follow me! That's it.
Okay. Climb up into the rope trick. Smart plan. Sebastian, what are you going to do?
After this fireball goes off and I am also on fire, I roll my way over to the rope trick and climb up it as well.
Drop and roll.
Okay. You climb up the rope.
Yeah.
Good on you. You're in the rope trick.
Now that's my movement. Can I like pop out and cast a spell? Actually,
You can't attack from within the rope trick.
you know what I'm gonna do in the rope trick? Drink a potion.
Okay.
That's smart.
Yeah, my 1 hit point says so.
Cool. And Pluto, what are you going to do?
Well, I'm not one for following the leader. I'm gonna run. How big is the mirror?
The mirror itself is about 6 feet tall and about 18 inches in diameter, and then there's the frame around it. Probably weighs about 100 pounds.
What if the mirror dies in the fire?
That's why I didn't go into the mirror.
But I want to save the mirror.
Oh, true.
Can I carry the mirror?
Can you pick the mirror up? Yes. Can you pick the mirror up and carry it with your strength score reduced, as well as keeping all your armor, gear, and equipment, though? Because your carrying capacity is going to be reduced to, I believe, 120 pounds total. So are you strong enough to wear your armor, climb up the rope, and carry the mirror with you?
Yeah, that.
That doesn't add up to me. I think you need to with your strength drained, I don't think you're capable of doing it.
I try to grab the mirror, and
Okay.
I realize that it's like I just had a big workout,
Okay.
and I just climb up the rope.
Okay. You climb the rope into the rope trick. Interesting play, group.
Oh!
Okay.
Nice job, Veo.
You're welcome.
And I'm just gonna sit in the rope trick.
I
I'm just
am-
gonna sit down and just kind of like watch through the hole as your house burns down.
And we pull up the rope, by the way. Yeah, make sure we do that.
Oh yeah, and I'll pull up the rope after me.
Okay. You pull up the rope after you. The skeletal creatures continue to bash at the door. And we're right on to the next round. So they continue to bash at the doors and move forward into the space. The flame spirit, it continues to scream about, and you see that it flies forward and starts lapping up, almost like it's trying to drink in or breathe in the shadowy energy that is coming out of the mirror. It basically it falls to the ground almost around the shadowy fires, the shadow, and begins breathing it in, and the shadow actually fills its nostrils, and as it does so, the magic sort of nourishes the creature, almost like it's feeding upon the shadowy energies coming out of the mirror.
What do we do, guys? Are we staying up here until my whole house burns down, or are we dealing with things?
Well, I mean, I can kind of swing down and shoot things if you guys hold my feet, but for the most part, I have to go out to shoot. We have this for an hour, so I don't know if we want to let your house burn down for an hour.
Could we dump some water down? What do we have in our?
I don't think we have that much water.
Yeah, I pour like my canteen of water. It did nothing. Guys, can you like douse flames with magic? Do you have like the opposite? Like, does your cantrips like?
I have an idea to save the mirror.
Yeah. You haven't leveled up yet?
Oh, I haven't leveled up yet.
Well, I mean, we could rest and level up and then go back into the battle.
I don't know.
Do we just take a nap?
It seems weird with the situation.
Yeah, I would feel bad about your house. At the same time, I mean, it's burning down. Like, I mean, I don't have the.
I mean, I just needed to heal up, but maybe we can.
I mean, it's here if we need it. As long as I keep. Wait. No, I don't even. It's not even concentration, so it's just here for an hour.
So is the flame spirit like right underneath the rope trick?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Hold the feet. I can do that though. I can kind of like swing down out of it.
You have to end if you want to do this.
Yeah.
You'll have to end your turn outside the rope trick. No popping back up and down inside the rope
okay.
trick.
You only allowed that once.
Yeah. Because the spell says you can't attack from inside the rope trick.
Yeah.
And I'm going to interpret that as saying there's no way to. The spell's not intended to be like a firing platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Can we move the rope trick?
I don't think
No, it
so.
stays in place
Yeah, it
once
stays in
created.
place. I mean, it's at least a way for us to get a little bit healed and then go back in, at least.
Sure.
If you want to use it that way. I mean, I'm going to take maybe a greater healing potion.
Okay. Okay, Sebastian, what are you going to do?
Isn't it just a flat 20?
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oops.
How much is a regular healing potion?
10.
I like that better. Okay.
So
Heal
heal up and then let's get the jump on it.
Yeah.
Because if it's sitting there lapping up like a flame dog.
Does it know where we went?
It does know that you disappeared up an invisible hole in a rope, but you're gone now, and it doesn't seem to care.
We could also just wait it out and see if they leave.
My house is on fire.
Yeah. No,
do you-
we want to stop the fire.
How are we
Well,
going to stop
I don't
the
know if
fire?
I
we
mean,
can stop the
it's a
fire.
dilapidated old house anyway, but I mean, we have the mirror here. I don't know. I feel like.
Yeah. Pluto, it's your turn. What are you going to do?
Oh, did I take? I guess.
Did you heal?
I don't know. I didn't say what I was doing. I guess I'm healing.
Okay.
Heal just in case.
I'll drink a healing potion.
Okay. The skeletal creatures continue to move into the building.
Oh no. Because what if they don't do anything?
Oh, I know what I want to do.
Do skeletons like fire?
I don't think they care.
These ones are actually trying, along the side of the building, they're actually trying to climb up the side of the wall.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
And are these guys in the room?
Those ones there are smashing at the door and the barricade. And you hear a splintering, a burning, and shattering wood.
Uh-oh. They've breached the room.
As with their hacking with their weapons and their undead nature letting them just smash into it, they burst through the door and begin hacking through the bookshelf, which is burning, and the weakening wood has allowed them to do so. So they've partially broken through.
Whatever we're going to do, we got to do it.
I want to go down the fireplace.
Oh.
Okay. Top of the round, the flame spirit continues to lap up the shadowy energy. Veo, it's your turn.
So once I cast my next spell, this is gonna go. So I cast Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
Give us a heads up.
As I'm casting, I'm like, by the way, I cast Zephyr Strike, and the rope trick goes away. We drop down, and I say,
do we land on our feet?
and just to make sure, the fireplace is pretty big. Like this flame spirit could get up it on its own, or no?
The flame spirit's body is inconsequential. It is just a skull.
Okay.
The only physical part of it is just a skull.
How big is the fireplace? Could I fit
You're
down
gonna
it?
have to look up to it to see.
Up?
You're gonna have to look and
Okay.
see it to figure out how wide that fireplace, how wide the chimney itself is.
All
The
right.
fireplace is quite wide. You could fit in the fireplace.
Yeah.
But the chimney You're not certain.
Okay, I rush over to the fireplace. So
Okay.
with my Zephyr Strike, I don't
The
get an
rope trick spell
opportunity.
actually does not end with when you cast another spell.
No?
So if you
Even with
want to,
concentration. Oh,
does not
doesn't
require
have
concentration.
Oh, so it's
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Oh.
So, sorry.
Yeah.
Then I hop down out of it.
Okay.
Sweet. And then
Scouting mission.
Okay.
I scout because I want to
You-
take a look at the fireplace.
The flame spirit screams as you jump out of nowhere and rush down, and it begins lifting up in the air and turning to look at you. You look down the fireplace and clamber inside. There's a the chimney goes up and it goes down.
Yep.
It's maybe about 18 inches wide.
Ooh, probably not big enough for me.
So you could squeeze through at half speed down, but you'll need to make an acrobatics check to avoid getting stuck.
I don't think I want to go that way then. How many feet did I move across?
The
approximately?
room is 40 feet, so you moved about 30, including down the rope, you've moved about 40 feet so far.
Okay. So with my Zephyr Strike, which gives me 60, I then use my feline agility again because in the last turn I didn't move
Mhm.
any feet, so now I get double my speed.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives me another 30 feet. I run for the window.
Okay. The narrow windows at the back are about 18 inches wide. You could try to squeeze through them, and recall the windows have all been boarded over, so you'll need to break through them first to get through them. There's narrow spots where you're able to look outside, and there is areas where these boards are breaking. So if you have your action to kick through the window or of some kind of break out the rest of them, it is easy to get through there.
These back windows as well?
All the windows have been like boarded over
Okay.
to some extent, so it'll take an action to kind of clear them out so that you can jump through them. But yes.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which window do you want to go through? The
I wanna go
larger
through
ones or the narrow ones?
The larger ones.
Okay, which one?
Actually, can I make it through the narrow ones? Still by breaking it?
Yes, but you'll need to squeeze. So there's a small chance you could get stuck.
I'm going to go for the smaller ones, actually, because they're
Okay.
right by me.
Okay.
And then use some
So
of my
give me
climbing
a
speed.
strength check to break the window.
Strength, okay.
Perfect.
9. I'm at a -2.
You punch the window, try to push your way through it, and parts of the boards fall out.
Yeah.
But if you're going to squeeze through it in this case, the check's going to be harder, and if you fail, you're going to take some damage because of the boards that you've now smashed partially are jagged and sharp.
All right, then. Because it's that or I'm staying where I am, so I'm going to go for it.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check.
Going for it. That's the motto.
25.
Okay, you squeeze through and you can feel this nail rip into your side as you do so. You do take 6 points of slashing damage, but you are through and you are able to slide down and use your climb speed to land on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Are
okay,
you gonna
cool.
do that?
Where there's a few skeletons down there you can see in the other room, so
I'll
they might
deal
be
with
coming for
them.
you. But Sebastian, what are you gonna do?
Pluto, I need you to stay close to me on your turn.
Okay.
Oh, wait, that doesn't make sense. I need you to stay close to me.
Okay.
I drop down
Okay.
and I kind of back up a bit, and I'm gonna cast Chill Touch at the Flame Spirit.
Okay. Is that an attack roll one?
Yeah.
Okay.
17.
That is a hit.
Yeah.
Woo!
I like your strat.
That's 8 damage.
Okay. It seems that drinking in the shadowy ichor has given it some sort of resistance to necrotic damage, but it is still harmed by it, and it will have disadvantage on its attack rolls.
Wonderful.
Anything else, Sebastian?
No, that's it.
Okay. Pluto, you're up.
I jump down
Okay.
and I'm gonna land right beside the flame thing,
Okay.
and I'm going to stab it with my javelin.
All right, go for it.
But I'm also going to use the old trip attack.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I have to decide after. Oh, crit.
Woo!
Nice.
I needed that. I needed that, baby. So now I'm going to trip attack it.
Okay.
Do I roll the additional
The dice for the
maneuver?
maneuver, yes. Yeah. You do get the extra damage from the maneuver. Unfortunately, as an insubstantial creature, the creature is actually immune to the prone condition.
Well, then it didn't. So I just like swipe through its legs, and there's just no legs.
Yeah. Your blade carries up and slams into its skull, and it is damaged, but it isn't tripped over.
Okay. 11, 17 plus 3. Wait. Yeah. 17 plus 20.
The vicious blow leaves sends a fracture through the flame skull and through the flaming creature's skull, and the flames flicker and sputter for a moment. The creature is effectively bloodied.
Thank you, Skull Sputter dice. And I'm
Nice.
going to attack it again.
Okay.
20 to hit.
Wow, that is a hit.
And that's just a regular 6 damage.
Not quite as impressive as last time.
Nope. And then I'm going to push it away with my shield. I'm going to punch it in the skull. 9.
It gets a natural 20. It loves it. It stays in. Yep.
Okay.
It resists the shove.
And then I'm going to step back towards Sebastian.
Okay. Sweet. Bottom of the round with the
right.
skeletons.
Stay near you.
Oh man. The first skeleton punches through the wreckage and sends the flaming wreckage scattering everywhere, clearing the way for the other skeletons to charge into the room at the two of you.
Oh, perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. My bookcase did nothing.
As long as I stay alive, we're fine.
That's why we healed.
They come at you with their broken and twisted blades, making 1 attack against Pluto and 2 against Sebastian.
Neat.
I get a 7 and an 11 against Sebastian,
Wonderful.
and a 21 versus Pluto.
There it is. You can have it.
I hide behind
Pluto, you take 8 points of slashing damage as the skeletons come into the room, and it stabs you in the side with a rusty blade.
But I stabbed one of the ones that attacked my good buddy.
'Kay.
Sebastian. What?
Is that my name now?
20 to hit?
That hits.
21, sorry. And I go, stop stabbing my friend. And I get 5 damage. I'm so not strong.
Alrighty. Skeleton takes 5 points of damage. Cool.
Javelin
The skeletons
damage.
up here begin climbing up the walls, and they try to smash through the windows. Okay, so here's what you see. As these ones come up from behind, you hear this clamoring up the walls, and these skeletal limbs like punch through the boards across the window. You just see these reaching, grasping arms as they pull away the broken timbers, and the skeletons begin pulling themselves into the room.
This is like from a movie.
Every zombie movie?
Yeah. I mean,
The mirror!
Not the mirror.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, so they have pulled themselves up. I'm going to say that they're all effectively prone, those ones, as they're pulling themselves into the room. Finally, Veo, beside you, a skeleton punches out the window that's behind you and reaches out through the window to grab you. Through the window, it's like pulling you close back into the wall.
I don't wanna
Make a
go.
strength check.
Oh, God. 2.
It gets a 12. So the skeleton reaches through the wall, grabs you by the shoulder, pulls you up against the broken window, and you are grabbed by the skeleton. And another one's hands reach forward towards you as well. And this one also, basically 2 sets of skeletal hands are grabbing you, and they're slamming your body up against the wall, trying to use your body to break through the window and pull you into the room.
Oh, no.
They're a little too handsy, I would say.
Yeah.
We go back to the top of the round with the flame spirit, and it turns its fiery gaze towards Sebastian and Pluto and casts its fire rays, one at each of you.
Zap.
It gets an 18 to hit Pluto and an 8 to hit against Sebastian.
I hide behind Pluto again.
I use my shield to just kind of absorb it.
Cool. Your AC is 19, yeah? Yeah. Okay.
Plus,
So,
I think +1 because of my cool shield.
yeah. Okay. It hovers up into the air, and it flies around on top of the wreckage of the bookshelf.
Hey.
Over here?
No, the knocked over ones, putting it between the other skeletons. Yeah. Okay. Veo, you're up.
I want to try to break free of the scary skeleton hands.
So it's your action to escape the grab.
Yep.
Okay. Roll it.
What do I roll?
Strength check.
Nope, that was not. Nope. 2.
I get 14.
Nope.
So you remain grabbed.
I
You
remain
have your
grabbed.
movement, but your speed is currently 0.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do.
Claw it. Can you claw it?
Can I claw? No,
It-
that my action was to try to get
okay.
away. So.
Yeah. Do you have anything you can do with your bonus action or other things under these circumstances?
Under these circumstances.
Oh, no.
Can you hide?
I'm caught. I go limp.
Yeah. Play dead.
Okay, Sebastian, you're up, sir.
So I glance over my shoulder. I can see out this hole in the wall, yes?
Yes, you can, but there is a curtain of flame in the way.
That's fine. I can still see, right?
Yes.
I put my hand on Pluto's shoulder, and I'm like, you know what this party needs? A little bit of thunder. And I thunder step.
Thunder. Nice. Thunder step.
What comes after lightning? Thunder.
Cool. I gotta make Constitution saving throws for a bunch of them, eh?
I picture Veo. You know when like a cat, when you see a cat like on a leash, and they're just like
No.
this like
No.
they're trying to like just like
Yeah,
or, like,
or
a child.
When you put a T-shirt on a cat, they just flop.
You're trying to like fall out of it.
So there's a deafening pop that hits,
Cool.
that explodes through all of the skeletons. All of the skeletons.
Does the flame thing get hit?
Everybody
Yeah, it
with me?
does. Yeah.
Oh, nice. You might be able to kill it.
Yeah. It failed, and about half the skeleton. Well, actually, all but 2 of the skeletons failed because there's more in it. So.
I'm gonna use... No, I'm not. That's 19.
As the thunderous energy pulls you out of the room, the skeletons are disintegrated by the thunderclaps, sending the bones flying up against the windows and walls, and the flame skull is completely shattered, and it breaks and falls to the ground as well. And the thunderous energy sends a gush of like rushing wind, and the flames just kind of like shoot out the windows as well for a brief moment. In that way, it's really, really just that, you know, that image of like fire just exploding out all the windows of a building at the same time. So everything on the second level, just all of the barricades shatter, and there's splinters of broken wood and glass that go flying out into the yards, starting smaller fires, which will put themselves out in time. The flames still rage in the second level, but man, that was a lot of damage.
Yeah,
That
congratulations.
That was very destructive.
Fire has
Well
more
done.
oxygen now.
Yep.
You
get
need
worse.
you definitely need a new interior decorator
Yeah.
for this for your house.
And yeah, that's my turn.
Veo is still stuck, but it's now Pluto's turn.
Where are we?
We
You
just
look up
appear.
in the street, and you can now hear around you there are bells ringing. It's the town watch bell, because the fire has been sighted.
Oh.
And you can see what looks like a group of people are rushing up through the darkened streets ahead towards the fire.
Where's Veo?
I don't know. She left the rope portal, and then when we left, she wasn't in the room anymore.
We gotta go get her.
Where is she?
I don't know. And I'm gonna run towards the house. Is there any skeletons on this side?
You can see that the front door has been battered open, and that through the I think you guys broke one of the windows on the first level as well in here.
Oh yeah, for fun.
Yeah, and you can see that there are skeletons across the other room that are reaching out. So you can see through the lower window. There's skeletons in the lower room that are doing something to something on the other side of the window.
Okay, I'm running towards that.
Okay.
I'm gonna use and I'm gonna yell, Veo! Veo! Veo!
Sebastian.
Okay, so yeah, that's what you can see there, looking into the room, and Veo's on the other side of the window.
I'm gonna run towards the broken window.
Okay, so this one here.
Yeah. And how much is that in the movements?
That would be 30 feet of movement at least. Yeah. I think
Okay.
you need to dash to dive through the window.
Can I see Veo now?
You can see in this room the skeletons have been smashing around things, and you can see the licks of fire coming up through the rafters above. The fire hasn't yet spread down to this level. And you can see that there are two skeletons that are reaching through the window, grabbing Veo, who has gone limp.
Pluto, I just got us out of there.
Good instincts. Hey, you bony losers. Pick on some of your own girth.
They seem very happy to oblige you on that one.
I
You've got
didn't have
more
anything
movement if you want to
clever
move
say.
further into the room.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, put yourself where you
Can I
want to be.
stab one of this one?
You need to spend your action to dash to get that far.
Okay, I'm doing that.
Okay.
And I run right up to him.
Yep.
And I growl at him. It's really out of character. And I don't know why I
Okay.
did it.
The skeletons
a choice.
respond in kind. First, the first skeleton that has a hold on you, Veo, tries to pull you into the room. Please make a strength check.
Come on.
14.
Okay, so that is a. Oh wait, no. What's my strength?
I'm a -2.
Okay, it's a tie, so let's re-roll.
I'm sorry, Sebastian.
14.
I got a 15. Haha! So the skeleton grabs you and it slams you through the window as hard as it possibly can. Pulling you through the broken window, you take 2 points of slashing damage, and you land prone on the floor in front of it. And then the other skeleton takes its blade and stabs towards your stomach, getting a 20 to hit.
Ooh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
You take 5 points of slashing damage. 2 of the other skeletons rush towards Pluto, and the one that's closest to Veo rushes towards her. So those two, yeah. Yep. Rush to Pluto, the other one rushes towards Veo, and the other one rushes towards Veo as well. Yes. So that one was the one that attacked before. Another skeleton attacks Veo, only getting a 9 to hit.
Oh.
And then 3 of the skeletons all attack Pluto, getting a 12, a 22, and a critical hit.
I accept out of not really like I
You take 5 damage from the first attack, and you take 13 damage from the crit. As the 3 skeletons leap forward, almost with this renewed undead vigor, as if the shadowy energies are giving them the limber and the semblance of life again, and they leap forward almost as if the martial traditions that were in their life are coming back to them, swirling around you and stabbing you with their blades. The other just brutally rushes towards Veo and brings its blade down, trying to stab you, and you just roll out of the way, and the blade just collides with the floor right beside the side of your head.
I'm going to repost the one that missed me.
Okay.
Eight?
It's a miss.
Oh, sorry, 9. 9.
Yeah, no.
Still a miss.
No, that's not going to cut it. Okay. We go to the top of the round. The flame spirit is destroyed, but Veo, it is your turn. You are prone, you are grabbed, you are on the ground, and you are being stabbed by a bunch of skeletons. Their rusted weapons and ancient war gear rotting away in front of you. These are truly ancient dead that have risen up, seeking new life to devour.
So, my Zephyr Strike is still active for my no opportunity attacks. I didn't move on my last turn, so I am going to feline agility.
Okay, that's cool, but your speed is 0 because you're grabbed.
Can I get up?
You can stand up.
Yep.
But you're still grabbed by the
Oh, okay.
skeleton, so your speed is still 0.
Okay. And I am going to take... I'm going to take a swipe at the one that's grabbed me.
Yeah.
With my only melee weapon, a scimitar.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
I didn't even know you had that.
Yeah, I had zero idea that you...
You do get 2 attacks.
So I'm going to take my scimitar and take 1 attack. And that's a 26.
That hits.
Yeah.
Nice.
Gosh, I'm so not used to this one. Use my skull splitter piece for damage. 5 damage.
It's something.
It's something. It's not nothing.
And I take my second. Same guy.
Yep. That's going to hit.
Yeah, 16 plus 7. And
Are you attacking the one that's grabbing you?
same one that's grabbing me.
Stop
Same
grabbing
5
me.
damage.
As you pull your blade away, you take the 2 attacks, and your scimitar cuts both of its arms off, and it drops down, destroyed.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Yay.
Veo ain't scared.
Well. A bunch of undead around me.
Anything
so.
else?
Because I'm not grabbed, am I still movement 0?
Your movement is now no longer 0, but you stood up from prone, so you do have to use half your speed to do that. But you
Okay.
still have the rest of your speed to move if you want to.
So with that, because I'm using my feline agility, which doubles my speed,
Mhm.
I now get my regular speed, and I hop out the window.
Alrighty.
Bye. And I run.
So it's like a cornered cat that scratches you back unexpectedly. It's like, whoa! I thought you were declawed.
And as I'm running, I'm like, Pluto, hop out the window.
Uh-oh.
I'm leaving you. I'm sorry.
I don't think you're sorry.
Where do you run to? Are you just here?
I'm just
Oh,
gonna
man,
start to
I
run
really
across
shouldn't have come into this room.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to keep an eye on Pluto through the windows, so as much as I can.
Sebastian, you're up.
Can I make it to the open window here?
Yep, you can.
Hi. Sebastian, I found Veo.
I run up and I look in the window and I just see Pluto alone, surrounded by skeletons. And I'm gonna cast. First, I'm like, Pluto, do you need help? It looks like you need help. And I stick my hand through the window and I just start firing beams of fire at them.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast, what's it called? Scorching Ray.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna target the one behind him
Yep.
first. That is a 19.
That hits.
Five damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna fire again. 21.
Yep.
Nice.
I'm gonna use a sorcery point to re-roll that.
Oh, yeah.
7.
It's destroyed. Woo! Blown apart by the fiery rays.
And my last one will go to the next skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
18.
That is a hit.
Ooh,
Nice.
12.
So the first two rays collide with it, but the second ray just slams right through the first one's body and blows apart the one right behind it, almost like the three rays are landing at the same time, and just bone fragments and bits of flame fly across the room, leaving only the scattered and broken remains of the skeletons.
You got this, Pluto. You're welcome.
Cool.
Thank
Pluto,
you.
You're up, sir.
Are we running?
Run away.
I crit.
Nice.
I'm gonna attack the. I stab it for 6 damage.
That's a very impressive critical hit.
Do I add? I don't add the +3 twice, right?
No, you just
Nope.
roll the dice twice.
Nope.
You give a resounding blow against the side of its head, and there's a crack that goes through the skeleton's face, but it's still remarkably standing.
And then I miss spectacularly. And
Nice.
then,
Critical hit and a critical miss.
and then I'm gonna.
Sebastian saw all of that.
You're supposed to hit them.
Like all my armor's just so much heavier. I'm not
Yeah.
used to swinging like this, and it's just getting harder. And then I'm gonna shove him with a big old 4,
He gets a 15.
and then I just run away.
Okay, he takes the opportunity attack, but only gets a 5 to hit.
And I whoop 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 whoop, and I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna jump out the window.
Right into me.
Yeah.
As the skeletons begin to, the skeletons claw their way forward in pursuit.
When you crit a skeleton
That
as a
pesky
level
skeleton.
6 fighter and you don't kill it,
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
The
I
two
have
skeletons
performance
rush towards you,
issues.
Veo, reaching for you,
Like,
getting a critical hit and a 19.
like, leave me alone.
oh no.
They hit.
The critical hit deals a total of 12 points of damage. The regular hit only 5 points of damage. As the two skeletons rush out the room to pursue you with your speed halved from the prone, they're able to catch you,
Mhm.
and they lay into you with their scything blows, viciously stabbing at you. The last one pursues Pluto,
Hi.
getting a 19 to hit
Ow.
for 5 points of damage.
Ow.
As they move, you can feel motes of shadow clinging to their bodies and beginning to collect around them, and you can see this undead vigor being restored to them, almost like they are moving with the grace and vigor that they had in life again.
We're never having sleepovers at your house again.
Yeah, we're never.
You guys just want to boycott Amberwood Village.
We go to the top of the round with Veo.
Oh, I'm running away. I want to dash.
Okay.
So I can get 60 feet.
You really don't feel like fighting tonight.
Not against these guys.
They're just skeletons.
Yep. But at this point, I've been like grabbed and dead handled by these guys. So I'm like, nope.
not jiving.
Nope. So if you want to run me around. And then I see you, Sebastian. Help me.
That was the most honest plea.
And that's it.
I look at you and I'm like, all right, I guess I'm going to take care of this then, since the two of you seem to have issues with skeletons.
Everything's really heavy after I've helped you face your demons. Remember that? Remember when I helped you fight your demons?
Literally.
Yes. I'm going to back up a little bit. The skeleton's in base contact with Pluto,
Yeah.
not me.
Hi.
And you. Yep, both of you. Yep.
Okay, well then I stay where I am.
Poke him. Poke him with fire.
I'm going to try to chill touch him.
Okay. You do have disadvantage on the attack roll.
Yep. 18.
That is a hit.
That's solid.
It's a good roll.
8 damage.
Send your hand forward right up against its face, sending the chill energy from it, basically like absorbing the necrotic power, and it crumbles down to dust.
See, guys, that's how you do it. Just gotta touch them.
Excellent. Pluto, you're
It's
up.
different when they touch you.
Do we go back for the mirror? How can we see the fire brigade?
They are approaching closely. They'll probably be here and around.
Because if they come here and they start getting, I don't think they're ready to get stabbed by skeletons.
I mean, they might be. Maybe that's part of their job description.
Potentially. Especially if they've been around this house.
You guys are just so loud. I feel like I have to be the help in the, like, you know, I'm security for Emberwood Village right now. Because the fire people, I don't feel like are going to be ready to fight skeletons. Especially the skeletons that are, like, renewed with shadow energy that we may or may not have tracked in.
I agree, and that's why we're killing the skeletons.
Killed
So I'm going to
skeletons,
start...
but from far away.
I'm
That's my
going
motto.
to go towards the front door.
Okay.
And I'm going to start heading back up the stairs.
Despite the flames, you double your movement to get towards the stairs?
Yes.
Okay, so you dash forward. You're in that building. Take the top level there off as well. Just for now. Yeah. Whole thing comes off. It's on a tray.
Ooh.
Yeah. Cool.
Is there
Alrighty.
anyone in the main floor anymore? There's no skeletons
No,
in the main floor.
there's
They went
none
outside.
in there. The flames are starting to you can hear these creaks and cracks throughout the room as the fire continues to spread throughout the rest of the building. It seems largely contained to the upper room right now, but you can hear that kind of that creakiness of it's definitely getting into some of the structural elements of the building.
Okay.
Okay. We go to the bottom of the round. You can hear more skeletons shuffling around, moving around. Some of them come around the corners. It's at this moment that the mob of people arrive from the fire brigade, and you hear a resounding voice cry out, "All right, crowd, we've all gathered together, but don't worry, Jupiter Jones is here to put out the fire.
Oh no.
We'll show you what this good Caspian organization style of a fire brigade can do."
We're not gonna live this down, are we?
Oh my god.
We're killing the skeletons.
Let's just say that we arrived on scene first. Yeah, we were just here on time.
Wait, can you hear this because you're in the building?
Yeah, do I hear him?
He has a booming voice that echoes out loudly, and you can already hear him barking orders like, "You two, go towards the well. Draw as much water as you can. No, you don't look strong enough. Take 2 of my men with you." And then there's more running around, and you can see, "Oh, and go get that blacksmith and his boy. They were stout lads. They'll be great at helping put out this fire."
Your fam.
That's you.
Damn.
God, Jupiter. I'll put out the fire alone. I can do it. I'll put it out with my shield and my hope. I have both of those in great supply.
Veo, what do you do? It's your turn.
I need Jupiter's help.
I consider for a moment, and I just say, you know what? I can't let Jupiter know that I wasn't strong enough to kill these skeletons. So I actually
Yeah, you're the
Go-
muscle.
I actually go back.
Did these skeletons like come around the corner
Yeah.
at all?
They're in the building proper. They've gone
Oh,
back
they're in the
yeah.
building. Oh, so okay. So I just look through a window then, and I take out my longbow and say, "Finally, I'm far enough away." And I take my 2 shots with my longbow.
Go for it.
Ooh, crit!
There it is.
Ooh.
She's back.
There it is. You gotta get the
I'm
bow.
back.
No
Singed,
scimitar,
but
no
back.
strength checks. Just give her the bow. Oh god. Here we go.
25.
You shoot the skeleton right through the vertebrae that connect its head to its neck, and it collapses into a pile of bones.
That's for touching my fur. The other one, second shot.
Nice.
18?
That's a hit.
Yes. 18 damage.
Oh my god. You shatter its rib cage and sending flecks of bone flying and scattering across the floor.
I'll just wipe my face. I'm like, that feels better.
Sebastian, what are you going to do?
Are there any more skeletons about, or does that
There
seem...
are, but they might be on the second level.
I'm going to... I guess... I'm going to spend my action to dash in with Pluto.
Okay. Pluto?
Do you need help?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I haven't really thought that far ahead.
Just running into burning buildings and hoping for the best?
Yeah, I'm just a better firefighter than Jupiter. That's all I know.
Of course you are. Okay. I hope you are, because I don't want Jupiter to talk about this.
This is gonna be for the books. I'm gonna run up the stairs.
Okay. You run up the stairs, and there are 4 skeletons milling about at the top of the stairs, trying to smash open more of the doorway that led in to the room with the mirror. And there is some fire that's spread out into the hallway as well. Do you want to?
Do you want me to put that back up?
Yeah, just we can put it beside because we're using both levels right now. Yeah, put it back on. We know that you're down there.
I get up there.
Pluto smash.
Pluto's. I'm really not good at attacking right now. Are they preoccupied with the door?
They're moving into the room.
I'm gonna attack the closest one.
Okay.
And I stab it with my javelin, getting a 11.
That actually does not penetrate its natural armor.
Okay, I
It
attack,
jams right between its rib cage, and you pull it back. Now?
and then I hit it with a. I pull it out and I try to go 17.
That hits. Yes.
For 7 damage,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna slam him onto the ground. 21.
Cool. As Jupiter Jones and the rest of the fire brigade arrive on the scene. Before we delve into the fiery inferno that is Crow Manor,
We want to give a big thank you to Axe and Shield for generously providing us with the awesome gaming accessories that we've been using, such as the Initiative Tracker. We still haven't busted out all of the other accessories that we own from him, but there are some really cool ones. You'll be seeing those eventually. And also to Tabletop Audio for the great ambient music you're hearing, and finally 100 Years Bore for the amazing narration in our introduction video. If you're enjoying the stream and want to help support our work, check out our Patreon. You can find it by following the links below or at patreon.com/dungeon_dudes.
and our episode tonight has been generously sponsored by Skull Splitter Dice, who sent us a fantastic collection of their premium metal dice to use in the game tonight, and have also set up a giveaway for one of our lucky viewers. If you follow us on Twitch or subscribe to us on YouTube, all you have to do is follow the links in the description below to confirm your entry. You can also nab a +1 bonus if you find us on Twitter as well. If you'd rather pick up a set of the Skull Splitter dice for your own game right now, you can head on over to skullsplitterdice.com, use the discount code DDUDES at the checkout, and you'll get 15% off your first order. And with that, let's dive back into this fiery, burning manor house. Before the break,
Everything was fine?
everything was. This is fine. I'm okay with this.
This is
I'm
fine.
okay with the way the events are unfolding currently. Or are you? Because a shout has rung out through the darkness of the night as the voice of Jupiter Jones resounds around Emberwood Village, barking orders and saying, "Yes, we'll form a bucket brigade. You men, get in a straight line from here all the way to the well. You'll pass one bucket from one to the other, and we'll have that water here in no time to put out this building." And
Reasonable.
with that, you hear another voice above the din of the crowd cry out, "Lord Jones, with respect, this place is kind of a dump. Why are we going to put out the fire here? I mean, the people here say this building is just like a ruin." And he says,
so bad.
Now, Lem, we need to prove ourselves to these good people that we are heroic heroes who are good at putting out fires and defeating monsters. And there's no monsters in the town, so we need to put out a fire to prove it to them.
There are monsters in the town.
There's
I
monsters!
need to run out and yell at it.
And you can hear the few other murmuring voices saying, like, "Yeah, this place is like a scary haunted mansion, aren't we? Shouldn't we just let it burn?" And there's people with the buckets being like, "Yeah, I kind of agree." No, you have to put out the fire of this building. Surely it's prime real estate. I want to buy it. And there's kind of like this low murmur across the crowd of crickets for a moment. "Snap to it, men! The fire is going to spread to other buildings in the area." And then people begin to move around as well.
Oh, he's nefarious reasons. Mr. Byron
As you hear these voices crying out, the skeletons in the building lunge towards you, Pluto.
Hello. Is it because I stabbed the one?
Yeah. How many of them are there up there?
There
Four.
are 4.
Okay. Pluto, you're up and you can hear the rolling fires and the crackling flames and the lurching of the building as it is poised, perhaps on the brink of a collapse. As this happens, the skeletons lunge toward you, hungering for your life essence.
Oh.
Launching a barrage of attacks. I get a 13, a 15, a 20, and a 21 to hit.
2 hits.
The skeletons leap forwards, clawing at you with their rusted weapons, and you take 10 points of damage.
Ah!
Veo, you're up.
I scream manlily.
I hear the scream.
More of a gentle roar. No, it's a scream. It's a full-on ah!
And I dash towards the front door, towards Pluto. And as I'm dashing, I say, "Don't worry, Jupiter, we got these monsters. No need to worry." And I rush
So
through
you
the
dash
front door.
along the front yard towards the front door. So you're at the very front of the building. Pluto's on the second level fighting skeletons there. Ah! Oh no! Mini down. And you see Sebastian there on the ground level. And you kind of just skirt across the front way and making eye contact with a very shocked looking Jupiter Jones.
And
You there, cat! Quickly get behind me to safety. It's not safe for you to run into that burning building.
Well, I mean, it's safer for me to run in than you. Bye.
See ya.
And that's it. That's me.
Okay, Sebastian, you're up.
I run to the top of the stairs
Okay.
and see Pluto getting stabbed by
Oh, God.
4 skeletons. And I get to the top, I see this happening, and I heard you scream, and I'm just like, am I the only one killing skeletons today? So I'm gonna Scorching Ray again, and I start blasting skeletons.
Okay, go for it.
15?
That hits.
Big money.
8 damage on the first one.
That destroys the one that Pluto damaged.
Woohoo!
Falling down the stairs. Okay, he's just falling. And then I'm going to blast the second one.
Yep.
25
Nice.
for 7 damage.
Okay. It blasts into it, collapsing its rib cage, but it continues to move forward.
I put my hand right up facing its skull, and I fire one last time. Getting a 12.
That actually will hit,
Oh, good.
Oh, nice.
Doing 3 more damage.
destroying it utterly,
Yeah.
blowing its skull away. Pluto, you're up.
Stabby. I scream manlyly and I stab the skeleton away from Sebastian. 21 to hit
Nice.
for 4 damage.
Go hit it harder.
I keep poking it through its rib holes. Nine.
9 to hit. I'm sorry, sir.
And
It's like the spear's like stuck in its rib cage, and you're rattling it around, and the whole thing is just shaking, but it's not damaged.
I'm gonna second wind and just stand there.
Okay. At the bottom of the round, Jupiter Jones goes. He dashes forward, saying, "You there, cat lady, is your other 2 friends, the weird-looking redhead and Pluto Jackson, stuck in that house?"
Not stuck. They're fighting and killing all the monsters, so they're doing all the heavy lifting for you.
"They'll surely die of smoke inhalation. I need to get there and save them before it's too late. Out of my way." And he shoves you and dashes into the room and is barreling across the floorboards towards him. And it's saying, "Don't worry, my heroics will save the day."
Does he know where we are?
He gets into the landing and the looks around the rooms. It turns back to Veo. "Which way do they go?"
Into the first floor room, just to the right.
"Right, left. Which way is that again?"
It's the door that's right there. And I point to the door that's like towards the room
"Pluto!
that's underneath the
Weird-looking
fires.
redhead guy with goggles. Are you in here? It's me, Jupiter Jones. I'm here to save you."
Quietly stab the skeletons.
I'm quietly getting stabbed. Ow!
Okay.
I say,
The 2 of you can attempt to make a stealth check with disadvantage because you have taken some wounds and you were yelling out your spellcasting before.
You can't give me disadvantage when I already have disadvantage.
Oh yeah, because you're exhausted.
I get a 12.
I get a 4.
So the rattling bones that as you're trying to pull you're like, "Ah, ah." He's like, "They're upstairs." And he turns to you, Veo, and says, "They've gone upstairs. Oh no, that's even more dangerous up there. The 2nd floor is bound to collapse."
yeah, if you go up there, fatty, it's gonna collapse. So you should stay down here.
He looks at you and is like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
Make a deception check.
15.
He looks back at you and says, "You're light-footed. Here, take this rope and go up there and tie it to them, and then I'll use my strength to pull them back down. We'll work together."
Okay.
Genius.
He throws you the rope, the end of the rope, and
I
says,
gotcha.
"Don't worry. Pull it once when you found them, or pull it twice if you get into trouble, and I'll pull you back to safety."
Will do. Jupiter.
It's your turn, man.
Okay. I run through the house and up the stairs. Do Do I see anything I can...
You see the two of them, yeah.
Is there anything that I see that I can tie the rope to, like a door handle or anything like that? No, I want him to like pull it.
No, tie it to a skeleton.
Tie it to a skeleton.
Okay.
Actually, don't even tie it. Kill skeleton. Do what you want.
No, yeah. Do you.
I'm just like, hi guys. Do I see anything like a door handle I can tie it to?
There are two of the doors are blown off their hinges, but there is the other door across from Pluto there that you could conceivably tie the rope onto.
Do I have enough movement to get there? How far
From
have
the
I gone?
front of you don't have your feline agility available currently.
Nope.
So you would need to travel 60 feet to get there.
I to the door or
To
up
get
the
to
stairs?
to get to the door.
Okay. Can I get up the stairs and see the skeletons at least?
Yes.
Okay. Then I
I thought you already moved there. Yeah.
okay. Then I'm going to drop the end of the rope and take out my crossbow and I take 2 shots with that towards the skeletons.
Okay.
Like, might as well help kill these monsters. 17?
That's a hit.
Oh,
15
no.
damage.
Oh no.
The skeleton, you catch one of the skeletons in its shoulder blades, blowing off parts of its skeletal body and sending it flying across
Nice.
the room.
And I take a shot at the other one with my crossbow. 10.
The bolt sails right through its bones.
Boo.
Nerk.
Happens with arrows and skeletons, you know. They're so bony.
Sebastian, you're up.
And I can hear Jupiter just being...
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's yelling out like.
I turn to you, Pluto. I'm like, Pluto, you have this under control?
Ah!
Okay, there's something I have to do. And I yell downstairs, and I'm like, Jupiter, look out! There's a vicious hound! And as a bonus action, I sick my new spectral hound on Jupiter. And not to hurt him, but it's just going to run up to him. And I'm going to pop back down the stairs.
You need to be able to see the space that you see it, where
Ah.
you summon it, and,
Okay.
and I believe you have to be able to see the creature that you're going to stick it onto. So let's just double check this, because I want this to work. I want this to work. It's cool, but I got to make sure that you can see.
I mean, worst case, I can move down the stairs and yell it at him.
Okay.
Yeah, so I move down the stairs so I can see him, and I yell, Jupiter, look out, there's a giant hound up here that we're fighting. And the hound, I'm going to actually summon it behind me so that it runs at him. Because he's near the bottom of the stairs right now, right?
Yes, he is.
So the hound runs up to him. And then I'm actually going to pull out my wand, and I'm going to say, run! And I cast command on him.
Okay. He's got to make a charisma saving throw.
With disadvantage because of the hound.
The wand isn't a spell.
Oh, nuts.
It's a 20 on the saving throw.
And he doesn't run, but he still might be afraid of a giant hound.
Make a deception check to see if you can conceal your sorcery from him.
$26.
Okay. He sees the giant hulking hound and says, "This is no time to run. Fire and shadow are taking over this entire building." He draws his blade. "Stand back, brave, weird-looking, goggled, red-headed man. I will slay this horrible beast. Putting out a fire and slaying monsters are two of my favorite things."
Okay, great, thanks. And I go back up
Oh.
the stairs.
I like your gumption.
Oh, I can't stand.
Does he still have the rope in his hand?
He does.
Cool.
Pluto, you're up.
I'm gonna attempt to stab this this skeleton. 19
That's a hit.
for 7 damage.
You cut it down.
Yay! And
Are there any
then
left?
Nope.
and then I'm going to I crumble him with a mighty blow and then I run towards the broken door of the room. How
Okay.
bad is the fire? Is it bad?
It is raging all around, and the blackened ichors that are the black fluid that is leaking from the mirror is seeping through the floor and dripping down into the room below. The mirror miraculously seems undamaged by the flame, but the pathway from here to the mirror is fraught with flame.
Oh. Is Veo's rope trick still going?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the rope's still hanging there. There's flames looking up and down the rope, but it's still there.
Is there any, like... I don't want to say containers of water, but, like... Is there containers of water?
There might be in the pantry.
Okay, I'm going to head towards the pantry then.
It's downstairs.
I'm going to head downstairs.
Okay. You move back towards the stairs, and you are eye to eye with Lord Jupiter Jones.
Hey! Caspian friends!
And he cries out, "Pluto, you look awful. What's happened to you? You've clearly inhaled too much smoke and are weaker than a kitten. Well, almost as weak as that cat person that I saw earlier. Is she a friend of yours, correct?
Yes,
Quickly, leap into my arms and I will carry you to safety."
I do it. I leap at Jupiter.
You do? Okay.
And I do like the butt first one. Like, catch me. Catch me, Jupiter.
There is also a hound attacking
Okay.
him.
Anything
wanted
else
to
you want
catch
to do,
me.
Pluto?
No.
Okay. Jupiter Jones, with his prodigious strength, scoops you up, throwing you over his shoulder,
Oh.
taking his other hand, and he attacks the hound,
Oh, he's so strong.
Don't let him do this.
getting a 25 and a 27 to hit the hound.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The hound takes 20 points of damage from the two attacks as he slices into it. And he says, "Back, you mangy fiend! You won't take the soul of a single Caspian this day!" And he might say, and he turns to you, Pluto, and says, "Pluto, you might be a Jackson, but you're still a Caspian, and you will not die on this day."
Oh, so strong, manly Jupiter.
Why are you feeding this?
Playing into it.
And he turns to move away from the hound, who can take an opportunity attack.
He's gonna leave me in there with the rope.
Do I get pack tactics because Pluto's there?
Yeah, he's holding a rope and a sword and a Pluto.
Yes, you do get pack tactics, because yeah, like, but are you trying to impair him in some way? Like,
No,
No,
I
then-
mean, I wanted just him to catch me.
yeah, he did. I will give the hound advantage.
That's 16.
That's a miss. He's at AC 17.
Fair.
So Pluto, with Pluto, you are carried by Jupiter Jones towards the front of the house, over his shoulder with the sword, and he's like poking it back towards the hound, and he steps out into the threshold of the night sky and says, "There are people within the house! We must act quickly to save them!"
I had to jump into his arms.
Did you?
Oh, absolutely.
Now he looks like a hero.
And he points at two of his other men. "You two men, there's a crazy cat lady and another red-headed weirdo still in the building. Take Lord Jackson and bear him to safety." And the other two run forward and start collecting you, Pluto, and hurrying you into the crowd as he drops you onto the ground. "I must go back into the building and save the other two."
I had this whole plan to make you look so cool, and it's you've lost all points.
Come on.
No, they're
I
like,
made Jupiter carry me out of the house. I
yeah,
kind of won.
Now he looks way
Strong.
cooler than
He
you.
looks way
Oh yeah,
strong.
he looks. Yeah, he's kind of my servant. I need new servants. I haven't had a
I'm gonna
servant
ask
in a
him to
while.
join the team.
Oh, rude.
Whoa, we need to vote on this.
Okay. Top of the round. Veo, you're up.
Do I still have enough rope to tie it to the still intact door?
Yes, you do.
Okay, I walk up to the door, tie the rope to the handle, and I pull twice. And then I move towards the balcony.
Okay. He's still got his hand on the rope.
Yeah.
And he feels the tug and he cries out, "Oh, that cat person has found someone else. I must drag them forward to safety." Sebastian, it's your turn.
How far into the room can I get here? Let's see. Is it like horrible in here?
It is truly horrible in here.
I'm gonna try to get to the mirror.
Okay. There is fire everywhere. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
$18.
You nimbly leap through the licking and roaring flames, avoiding the worst of the damage. But as you leap over the wreckage in front of you, there's a loud crack on the floorboards in front of you. It feels like the floor is going to give out in front of you. What are you going to do?
Dive forward?
You dive forward? Okay, make an acrobatics check.
19.
You leap forward, landing prone in front of the mirror as a large section of the floor collapses underneath you and gives out into the ground below. The fire is raging all around you. What do you? That's been your movement for the round. What are you going to do with your action?
Can I thunderstep with the mirror?
The mirror is an object, not a creature.
If I'm carrying it? Like if I grab it and hug it and like try to lift.
You can try to lift it, but I'll need you to make a strength check.
Good.
You're so strong. I believe in you.
That's a 4.
You try to lift it, but to no avail. If you could get it into the bag of holding, you would be able to teleport away with it.
I take off my bag of holding and I'm going to start. I probably can't do it this round, but I'm going to start trying to like shove the mirror into the bag of holding.
Okay.
Does it stretch like that?
Sure.
Yeah, it has a 2-foot diameter opening, I think. It's like a big sack. Yeah? Where is it? Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
It's dimensional.
Great.
Stuff.
Pluto, you're up. He's pulled you outside the building.
And he's not holding on to me anymore, though,
No.
right? I
You're
run back in.
with the rest of the crowd.
I run back into the house.
You run back forward. He says, "Pluto, what are you doing? I saved you."
Jupiter, I'm fine. We need to get Veo, the cat, and my goggled friend.
You can bring objects with you with Thunderstep as long as they don't exceed your total carrying capacity.
Does it exceed my total carrying?
It weighs
capacity?
100 pounds.
Yeah.
That sounds big. How much do you weigh?
I think it's more about my strength. Let's see.
What are you going to do, Pluto?
So I'm gonna run back into the building.
Okay.
I just wanted to have like a little luxury, you know. I like to be carried. I like to be fancied. I like to be romanced.
Okay, you run back towards the building.
I run back into the building, and I'm gonna start. I'm gonna dash, and I'm gonna action surge, and I'm gonna dash
To where?
all the way back upstairs into the room with Sebastian.
So you can cover 90 feet, so you're back up to the entrance of the bedroom. And Jupiter's just like, "What are you doing, man?
I ignore him completely.
Are there more people in the building? Valuables? Pets? Don't risk your life for the sake of a pet." I know she's just a cat, man.
I am not a pet.
She's not a cat man. She's a cat lady.
Thank you.
I can lift 120 pounds, by the way.
Okay, and how much are you carrying right now? Just figure that out, and we'll come back.
How can I make it to Sebastian? So if I go
You can make it to the entrance of the room.
30 feet plus dash plus action surge plus dash, do I get 120 feet of movement?
It would be move dash dash. So that would be a 90 feet of movement.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I make it. I get all the way there.
Okay.
And I yell, Sebastian!
He gets to the entrance of the room.
Sebastian!
Okay, the floor on the second level is starting to give away. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Those are not good at. Oh, actually, that was pretty good. 19.
Bits of the floorboard collapse underneath the flames, but you're able to avoid most of the fire and get back up to the room. Okay.
I took the long way back.
Bottom of the round. Jupiter Jones grabs the rope and begins pulling it. Cat lady, I hope this is tied to someone. Pluto, I'm going to come for you in a moment. And he starts pulling at the rope. The rope is just... He's like, it seems like it's stuck on something.
Pull harder.
Pull harder. You're not pull hard enough. He says, I'm going to have to go in and get it. And he rushes forward towards the base of the stairs because he's spent his action to pull. So he's at the bottom of the stairs now.
Don't come up. There's lots of fire. Keep pulling.
Don't come up, keep... Veo, it's your turn. What are you going to do?
So you guys are trying to get the mirror? I have 0 strength. I'll probably be of 0 help to get the mirror. So I go outside the balcony and start to climb down the building. That's my
Okay.
climbing speed. And I start to... How far can I go? Yeah, I'm just going to move out of the building and as far away from I can from the building.
All right. Len sees you crawl down, and she's like, I thought you were supposed to be helping Jupiter Jones find your friends. He thinks that you're like a pet that's stuck in the building.
Shut up, Lem.
Yeah, shut up, Len.
You're so rude.
I hear his voice.
And
from
you're so
far
short.
away.
I'm a gnome. What's your excuse?
I'm not short.
So...
I hate
he
him.
cuts
I
through.
hate him more than Jupiter Jones.
And
like,
I-
so much more.
I yell back to the building, keep pulling!
I guess you don't like your friends and you just want them to burn in that building?
No, I just trust them to be able to take care of themselves.
Wow, you're dumb.
Come here and say that to my face, Len.
I just did.
No, you're far away. Come say it to my face.
Rude. Fight me IRL. Rude.
We'll see what happens on his turn. Sebastian, what are you gonna do?
So I turn and I see Pluto in the doorway yelling my name.
Sebastian!
I can't. Like the mirror will pass my max carrying capacity.
Okay.
So I do have a thunder step ready. If Pluto is carrying the mirror, I can thunder step with all of that because it will be an object that he's carrying.
As long as everything is both under both of your combined carrying capacities.
I grab one end of the mirror, I reach out a hand to Pluto, and I'm like, I need you here right now, and I'm going to ready an action to thunder step when Pluto gets here and helps me
Picks
with
up the mirror?
Yeah.
Okay. Pluto, are you going to be able to carry the mirror? With everything that you have on your person and your reduced strength score.
So my strength right now is 12.
Okay.
12 times 15 is 200 and...
Okay, so with
10.
your armor, I think you're okay.
Right? 12 times
Yeah.
15?
Yeah.
If you don't think I would drop like my shield, like is it appropriate? Do you think it's
No, I think you're okay.
So I'm gonna if it's old Pluto, I stand in the doorway. I see you holding out your hand, and I start to leap through the flames, not on the parts that are
Okay.
broken.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh wait. The cape. The cape that I got.
The Cape of the Mountebank, you can use Dimension Door once per day with it.
Whoosh. fancy cape, fancy lady cape. I fancy lady cape across the room.
So you bamf.
I
You
jump
step
into
inside
the
the
air.
cloak, disappear in a puff of smoke, appear right beside Sebastian, take his hand, and then you thunderstep back out with the mirror.
Kablamo.
My rope trick's
Amazing.
still there. Is the mirror still goopy?
It is. It's still leaking goop.
Jupiter, keep pulling.
Keep pulling.
Wait,
You're doing
Pluto,
great.
now's your chance to go in and
And you
save
land
him.
with a pop in front of a very startled crowd.
Good evening, folks. My name's Sebastian Crowe, and I have defeated all the monsters in this building. You're welcome. But we still have Jupiter Jones to save. Who's with us?
We must save him.
Yeah!
We really 180'd it.
We figured it in.
I start like commanding, like I do what Jupiter Jones was doing, and I start being like, "You guys get the water flowing into this building. Pluto, go bring Jupiter Jones out of here. Carry him if you have to."
Over the din of that, Jupiter Jones walks out the front of the house because he was just at the bottom level, and he says, "Is there anyone else in the house that needs to be saved?"
Did you save the person at the end of the rope?
Oh no! Get out here and help me! And he keeps pulling and pulling. And the door snaps off and he pulls it down the stairs and he sees the door. And he looks up at you and says, "Oh no! What's happened?"
They've turned into a door?
Oh no.
Must have been
Jupiter.
some intense magic in that house.
It's a haunted
Turning
house.
people into doors. There's probably nothing we can do for them.
We've all got to get back in there and make sure that there's no one else that's in that burning building.
Jupiter, we need to put the fire out. Where are your priorities? Come on,
Right.
man.
Let's get to it then, men and ladies and everyone else. Let's put out this fire together. And as he says that, there's this horrible collapsing, cracking noise as the upper level of the building caves in on itself, and it falls and then falls again.
And is he like facing us while he's doing
yeah,
it?
the
So he's
building's
like the
just
building's behind him.
Yeah. As the building collapses once and collapses again, and he turns and looks at it and says, "Oh no."
Well, I guess that's the end of that house.
At least it's still your land.
At least we have a mirror. Yeah. Do I still own this property?
Your dad does.
We
yeah.
can rebuild. We
can
have
make
the
it.
technology.
Yeah, we got the creepy
Is the
mirror
rope
out.
trick still there?
It's invisible. The rope's burned away. And you didn't actually put the mirror into the bag of holding. You just teleported directly out with it.
Yeah.
We could still run into the mirror if we wanted to. We still have the stuff.
We have to find a new spot for the mirror.
Yeah,
I
not
think-
at your dad's house.
No?
And with that, the people of the town look at you, look at Jupiter Jones, say, and one of the people goes, "So, you just couldn't live and let live. You had to come back and finish what you started, didn't you, Crow?"
Listen, there was an incident.
"Yeah, there's been a lot of incidents," one of the people say, and one of the others says, Yeah, he's some kind of sorcerer," someone says, "I heard. He's all got that magic. He was probably up to no good in that house, burning things down. What's he doing with that mirror?" And people start yelling out and saying things. "Well, yeah, is he doing some sort of profane ritual with that thing?" And someone says, "My Mima said that she saw weird skeletons and necromancy coming around here just a few minutes ago." Someone else says, "Oh, he's doing some awful black magic. That thing, what's all that black stuff leaking out of that mirror? That's really weird." People are like freaking out.
I pull out my wand and I point it at the crowd and I yell, "Shut up! This situation is under control. I am a sorcerer. I work for the Mages Guild, and this was Mages Guild business. This situation is over, and you all need to go home."
Make an intimidation check.
That's a 20 on the dice, so 28.
The only sound you can hear is the crackling of the flames as the rest of the building collapses. And the crowd begins to disperse silently. Few people still mumbling under their breath. People dropping the buckets of water as the crowd disperses and walks away. And Jupiter Jones just turns to you and says, "I'm sorry about your old house. It looked like a nice place."
Thanks for trying to help, Jupiter.
As the crowd disperses, "We're even now for the whole troll thing."
Oh, absolutely not. Jupiter, I mean, your drive is appreciated yet unnecessary. My muscle and my herald and myself have everything under control.
If you
As we stand singed with like a mirror, I'm
if
just
you
like
hadn't
leaning
gone
on the mirror.
stumbling back into the building like a madman, I would have had everything under complete control, and we would have been putting out the fire before the building even collapsed.
Weren't you pulling on a door?
It's the only thing he saved out of this.
You saved a door.
Yeah. And you were supposed to tie it to one of your friends so I could pull them to safety.
We saved ourselves, so I think, figured try to save some of the good wood from this place.
I could have still been in there pulling on that door when the building collapsed.
Probably.
We all made it out, and
Under
need to
our
stop
own
complaining
accord.
so much.
I thought this was an opportunity for a wonderful partnership, but it seems like you all just have your own egos to serve. You're all some real jerks, you know that?
Oh, I do feel a little bad.
I sit on the ground and just am staring at my rubble house.
He turns to Lem and says, "Let's get out of here, Lem."
Am I the evil one?
And Lem, as he
From
turns to you,
Caspia?
says, "You all are as awful and hate-filled and burning on the inside as that house is on the outside. We're leaving. And if we see you again in a burning building dying, we're not going to help you next time. We're just going to walk and let that house burn, and you can all die in a fire."
Well, there would have to be a first time for there to be a next time of you helping because you didn't help do squat today. Walk away, Lem. Walk away.
They do walk away, and they don't turn around.
And now we're alone in front of the ashes of my home, and we're all jerks, and we treated them like jerks. And here we are.
I can't leave it like that.
They're not wrong.
I'm gonna run up. I'm gonna catch up to Pluto.
What if you really do that
to
with
Jupiter.
Jerkish?
Jupiter.
Wait,
I mean,
make him pull on a door.
I sicked my spectral hound on Jupiter in an attempt to make him look foolish and tried to make him flee. I think I took my rivalry with him a little too far. I really just wanted to see him fail. And
I'm
Well,
gonna catch up.
now
to
my house
Jupiter.
burnt down.
He may not have failed, but he didn't succeed.
As you run forward to catch up to Jupiter, you can see that at the edge of the crowd still standing there is Sebastian's father, River, and Eldrick.
Oh, we're so in trouble. You know when you get that feeling that you're in trouble?
I'm still sitting on my front lawn staring at the building because I don't feel good about any of this, and I don't even want to talk to my friends and family right now about this situation, this incident.
Hi, Papa Carrot Top.
Jupiter.
Sorry about your house.
What do you want to say to Jupiter?
There's a code with Caspia, and he didn't let me. He didn't just sit by and watch, like some would do. He ran into a burning building, and we took advantage of his honor and his. And I go, Jupiter, wait. You.
What do you want?
I'm sorry. Thank you for helping us try to put out the fire. And for carrying me for about those 40 feet. You're really strong. And I put out my hand to do the Caspian fist bump. And I say, "Yeah, we're even."
He fist bumps you back and clasps his hand to pull you into a bear hug.
Aw.
And he says, under his breath, "If you ever pull something like this again, That will be the limit of my honor. Your little cat friend is a real sneak. And she has no honor. How can you tell that you can trust her?
Sometimes you just gotta follow your heart, Jupiter.
She's a mangy cat, and she'll turn her back on you at the first opportunity. I can tell. I can see it in her eyes. She only cares about herself. She has no honor. Be careful around her.
And watch that gnome friend of yours, too. I can see a lack of manners pouring from his stained mouth. You know, he doesn't speak for Caspians. I know you do.
I would rather have a loyal companion, if an ill-mannered one, than someone rather than someone who I couldn't trust not to leave me to die in the streets of this God's forsaken city.
Well, then I can only hope that you're wrong.
For your sake, I hope I am. And he turns to leave.
Good luck.
Bye.
I can't leave on bad. Jupiter.
He tried his best
He did.
with that door.
You know, just like when we saved him from the troll. Like you know, I can't let him die. He's my blood. He's my people.
I feel awful.
And then I turn around to look at your dilapidated house, and there's a mirror sitting in the middle of the lawn, and the Mage Guild people are so mad. I think.
Are they here?
Do they look mad?
They, River and Elric have their hoods drawn up as they walk close, and your father, Tobias Crowe, he turns and he puts your hands on your shoulder, Sebastian. It's the first thing you can detect. He says, "Well, that's one way to forget the past, isn't it, boy?"
I suppose so. I suppose that's the silver lining if there is one here.
Ashes to ashes. And as he does so, River says, "So, you're working for the Mage Guild, eh?"
You did yell it
I did yell it.
to a crowd of people and pointed your wand at them.
I may have gotten a little angry there and wanted to say something that made me seem less like I was just a troublemaking kid who just comes into this town and burns down buildings, because that's what everybody here thinks of me, and I'm sorry.
Well, we've got a real problem on our hands now, because these people are going to talk about that crazy kid that just told them all off. And they're going to say that he was working for the Mage Guild. And that word is going to spread like the wildfire ripping through your family home.
You know what, River? The Mages Guild has done me a great disservice. I have so many questions that were not answered about my mother, and the things I've discovered in the last few hours have left me to question the integrity of the Mages Guild and the entire organization. I have so many questions, and there were so many secrets kept from me. So until I figure out what the hell's going on, yeah, I made a mess for you to clean up, just like the mess of my entire life that you've left for me. So thank you for that. And you can tell my mentor over there, thank him as well, for this horrible situation, this stupid mirror, and my stupid mother that caused this whole thing to happen.
Veo? Pluto? Do you have anything to add?
I stand right up behind Sebastian and put my hand on his shoulder and say, you know, he's right. None of this would have happened if you had just told him about his mom.
I'm going to create some symmetry and go on the other side. And I'm just going to be quiet.
Okay. And as the fire consumes the rest of Crow Manor and the embers rise up into the night sky, that is where we're going to end for the night.
I got emotional.
Good for you for telling them off.
You told them off.
I was like, yeah.
You're growing up.
Yeah. We'll see how that turns out next time. Oh, God.
We're not mad at River. We're just
that was
at
pretty
what
crazy.
she
How do you guys feel?
represents. Intense.
I feel like I've gotten
Intense.
further with Jupiter.
I feel like I still need a rest and to level up.
I feel confusingly emotional about everything that's just happened, and I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
If we just followed my feng shui guide, we would have been... Everything would have been fine. We could have just killed the demon. And
Oh, man.
So, as I said last week, y'all were supposed to take a rest and then gain the benefits of being level 6. But that didn't happen. So
Nope.
do you, in the last couple of minutes we have before we wrap up today, I think you will take a rest here probably, and we'll pick back up the following morning.
Yeah.
How did y'all level up? What did you do?
I can start. Mine's pretty straightforward. I'm just gonna get that strength to 20. Currently it's 12, and
And your points and strength will be restored with a rest. and
Those
you'll be back
demons.
up to a full 20.
I got to start swinging and hitting harder.
I technically used my hound, which was not supposed to be until I leveled up. But,
Yeah, well,
oops.
it was a cool moment.
I kept, I don't know, it was on my sheet, and I kept forgetting that I wasn't supposed to use things. So I got my Hound of Ill Omen, and I also exchanged one of my spells to get Enlarge Reduce, and I've decided to take Counterspell. Despite all the talk, I was definitely going to take Haste, and then last minute, I decided that Counterspell was possibly a better option, so that's what I went with.
Cool.
So Veo has now multi-classed and has taken on the first level of Rogue. So I gain proficiencies in Deception and expertise in Stealth and Perception. Oh, popping that Stealth up to +10. So stealthy. And
Cool.
Sneak Attack and Thieves' Cant.
Awesome. Yeah, we had a little bit of a debate earlier before we started about what if you're going to continue forward with Rogue and what subclass you might add on top of that. So that's a pretty cool combo
It's going to be fun.
you're building up there. Very appropriate for Veo as well.
So sneaky.
Yeah. So that's where we're going to end for the night. Level 6 is a pretty straightforward level, I find. It doesn't have, like, level 5 is kind of the exciting one, but I think you guys have all picked up some from cool stuff there. I want to give a big thanks out to our cast, Kelly, Jill, and Joe, for playing our game, and a huge thanks and shout out to Kyle for running the stream tonight, keeping things organized. If you're wondering who you're chatting with in Twitch chat there, it's Kyle running things on the keyboard. Sometimes I chime in when I can during a break, but it's all on Kyle there. And as well as a thank you to our producer Clayton for keeping things organized behind the scenes.
If you're enjoying the stream and you want to support our work, check out our Patreon. You can find it by following the links below or at patreon.com/dungeon_dudes.
We just opened up a Discord server for our patrons. We've been having a bit of a cool chat happening there. We're testing the waters with it just with our patrons for now. We're considering seeing if this is something that we're going to open up to the wider community as well. But it's started. Our patrons please join us there. We would love to hear from you and hear your thoughts. And we would love to hear from the community as well, what you might want to see from a Discord channel, whether it remains something that's patron only or something that we open up a little bit broader. Kelly and I do post new videos every Thursday on our YouTube channel as well, where we cover everything D&D, including advice for dungeon masters and guides for players. You'll also find all prior 14 episodes of Dungeons of Drakkenheim there as well as our upcoming episode where we're going to talk about spells you can use for interrogations. Also, this episode of Dungeons of Drakkenheim was sponsored by Skull Splitter Dice. We rolled some awesome critical hits and some natural 20s, and only like 1 or 2 natural ones.
Yeah.
This guy did pretty good tonight.
It was really good.
Yeah. Skull Splitter Dice is super awesome. They send us all these dice to use on our stream, and they are also sending out a free set of dice to one lucky winner every month who is subscribed to our channel or who follows us on Twitch, or a +1 bonus for those that follow us on Twitter as well. You can find the info on how to enter the contest in the links right down below. That contest will be open till the end of February, and then we will announce the winner again on the stream. And beyond that, you can also check out Skull Splitter Dice's store if you want to pick up a set for yourself right now of their awesome metal dice. You can use the discount code DDUDES to save 15% off your first order as well.
And as always, tonight's audio is brought by Tabletop Audio. It brings a nice ambient ruggedness and beautifulness. So thank you.
And the voiceover in the starting video was done by 100 Years Boar, so thank you so much for that.
And our game accessories were generously provided by Axe and Shield. If you have not checked out his store, it has amazing gaming accessories for all of your tabletop needs, so check it out.
All of the terrain that you see on the table, the big stuff was all by Dwarven Forge, with a few add-ons from Gale Force 9, as well as our awesome Terra tiles that we use as well. And our miniatures are Hero Forge and WizKids figures, the official D&D minis as well. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time in the Dungeons of Drakkenheim.